Yeah, we had to find that, and I didn't pop my thing back up.
Yes. Look at his cat.
You can hear us okay, right?
Mics are registering. We're all good here.
Hell yeah.
So you're even picking up, my mic's picking up the dog squeaker right now.
Cool.
Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to another stream. A Tuesday stream. We didn't do one last week because of issues, but we're actually going to get to do one today.
Yeah. Woohoo.
And with better sound quality.
By the way, hello Frost XB. Thank you for stopping in already.
Woo. But are they on it for your Reddit, or are they here for your gaming? There's a question.
Yes, that would be very nice to know. But since today's already packed, everyone's already here, we're doing Reddit. And not just any Reddit stories, the ones from Am I the Asshole? And you might have also noticed, my quality has improved for the two others in the room.
Ooh, that
We
means
have,
us.
yeah, that's us. We have them attached to us now.
Yeah, fancy upgrades.
Yes, now, would you two like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Mom.
I'm Allie.
I just like how that's the thing, like, I'm Allie, I'm Mom.
I am a mom. What do you want me else to say? I'm the mom. The mother.
The mother.
You guys might have also noticed that today we do not have gameplay footage. I am so sorry. I had some lined up, but due to reasons involving files and stuff, I couldn't get the footage to work. Which really saddens me, I guess we'll say, because I had a good chunk of footage I had saved. And it just...
Tisk tisk.
Even your
Double
cat's like
voice? Is the double voice bad here? Oh, shit.
Whoa, you're gonna fall off, cat.
What the fuck?
Who's getting a double voice? You?
I think it's the mic's picking up two voices at once.
Is it picking up each other?
I think so. Oh, this might help. Noise reduction.
Probably hear this cat twice.
Yeah, the mic's not even picking up the double now. My mic isn't. I have noise reduction on now.
So you could?
It's still there? God fuck.
God fuck.
God fuck.
Really? That's just so extreme.
Blasphemy!
Is it better now, chat? I think it's only when I talk because it's registered on your guys' mic, but I can't run yours through another noise suppression. Shit.
So what are we gonna do?
I want. This is definitely a predicament.
You didn't think about this.
I did not think about the double mic fuck. The double mic fuck. Well done, me.
No, I don't know.
That's
You're
what
not-
this event is now called. The double mic fuck.
The double mic. The new name.
He's not very creative in his things, though. Like, I could have thought of something better than that.
You want to do this?
It's not. This is your thing, not mine. I just got dragged in.
What name would you come up with for this event?
What kind of hell is Von Cheesy Poof putting us through now?
You're right. That was definitely creative.
Yes.
Chat, is it better now, chat? I'm waiting to see.
They probably left. You got tired of waiting.
What I might... Oh, boy. Of all days for this mic to pick up all three of us very easily, it's picking the day I have the new mic set up.
Do you want us to turn ours off, I guess?
I wonder if it's because both mics are on, it's signaling both of them together. Like, if both your mics are on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do we do that then? Because you're not going to be able to hear one of us then.
Mom, turn off yours for a second.
Here, I'll turn it off for you.
Alright, talk.
Now you want us to talk. Okay. I'm talking. Can you hear me? And everybody else in chat land can hear me?
I'm getting pics, but... Oh, stop!
He's like, can you hear me? If you want, I can try to move my mic closer to, like, her on that side of my
On the other side.
Yeah, me find
Oh,
it.
stop!
her already. I did her already.
Okay, so try to talk and see if it'll work.
Can you hear me now? Is it gonna work?
I'm getting working. So I think what I'm gonna do to counteract as best I can is when I'm reading, I'll have my mic on, but when I'm not, my mic will probably be off since I'm barely loud enough to get picked up still by that mic.
The bad thing is usually when you're reading, we stop you mid-read.
No, both that mic's gonna stay on.
Oh.
My
Okay.
mic is gonna turn off when we get to judgment.
Yeah, but how many times when we're talking do we stop you mid-sentence and I'm yelling something out? Now we have to be prepared for that.
So does chat.
Yeah, I'm warning you guys now. Okay, I'm really.
Ooh, I'll take the cat. Yeah, come back. Why'd you get off my lap? Rude. I thought we were friends.
All right, so we're gonna try this now, chat. One mic's on technically for the group over there because the way this is situated, I'm on the other side of the room, and they're on that side of the room.
So all we could do is try and see how it goes. As
Yeah.
long as you can hear me. I mean, I'm sitting next to her. If I have to, I'll sit closer.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just
Yeah, our
like,
chairs
wedge
are on
ourselves
wheels, you know. I'll just
together.
drag myself from the desk.
Become a two-headed hydra. There we go.
That's us.
Yep. We'd rock that shit.
Hell yeah.
All right,
We can-
you guys ready?
Hook your sweater or my sweater string to your t-shirt and have the mic there. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. What if I do?
He is just so not ready for any of this.
I know, totally unprepared.
Unprepared.
This my Italian house.
No, thank you. I do not need ass.
I gave birth to your ass. Okay.
The
I'm
last
not
day.
doing anything else.
She gave birth to you and she changed your ass. That's a legit.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, like you've touched his butt enough.
Talk again.
Okay. What are we gonna talk about? Hi there. How are you?
Oh, you know, I'm doing living the dream one nightmare at a time.
Exactly. I like that.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch that back. I thought if I swapped the mics to the filter, it might help. Nope, it made where that mic's quiet.
Yeah, my mom told me that one. She says that to customers, and that's like so funny to me.
I love it.
Yeah, same. I like to say it to people.
Way
Some
to
of
go,
them,
Mixter.
yeah. My mom's hilarious. She's a wild card. Sometimes it's like, what? And then other times it's like, okay,
All right,
that's good.
here we go.
Yeah.
Now- Really? Really?
Really what?
Now my mic's not getting picked up at all.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Test,
just-
test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
We're
Why
just
am I
We're
quiet?
gonna have to, like, entertain just the whole entire thing ourselves.
I know. This is a 2-man show now.
Feel like it's better than you.
Go kindly fuck yourself. And, oh, wait. This might help. Da-da-da-da. Alright. Just the mic again, a little closer. Is it the fucking noise reduction? Because my mic, I'm getting picked up on that mic, no problem. It's my mic that's just like, nope.
Did you read this one right here?
Oh, okay.
Why? How?
You know what? I'm pretty sure that one time I saw somebody driving their car from the passenger seat and they wrecked it. So like, yeah, like it's like, you know, I've had dreams like that, but I never actually
Test,
do it
test,
in real
1,
life,
2,
and
1,
that was like really
No,
weird.
pick up my voice. Test, 1, 2, 1, 2. There.
I like that. It makes me think of that meme. You ever see it? Like, hey, little mama, whisper.
I
to
think
me."
I fixed- I
Can't
think
do
I
that while
fixed
moose hunting.
No.
I think I fixed it.
Hell yeah.
I hope I fixed
I like
it.
that was also for like a trusted criminal defense attorney thing. So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's a log
like,
room.
did you break one of these weird laws? Reach out to
The
us in
hell?
Southern California. What?
This is still. Stop being garbage.
You can't tell me how to live my life.
I should have bought a 3. I should have bought. What the hell? That mic picked me up still, but my mic was just like, I'm sitting here making a comment, and that mic's over there just like, hi, we're actually gonna pick you up. This mic's like, no.
Well,
No.
I guess couldn't you just turn that one off then, and then you just have this one?
I have a problem with the law in Arkansas.
Which one?
The one about the alligator.
Okay, well, we'll get to your thing here
Who
in a
the
minute.
fuck?
I'm mad.
Alright, let's get to actually doing what we came here to do.
I just imagine you have
Okay?
like 2 bathtubs. All right, hold on. Let me finish this thought real quick. But I just imagine that you have like 2 bathrooms, and then like someone goes to go in that one. No, not that one. That's the alligator tub. Like that's why that one became a law.
Yeah.
But anyways, continue. So I just had to get that out there real quick.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I think it might be easier to list what's right with me.
I think we're completely fine the way we are.
You know what? Right answer.
Yes.
Yeah, like we're having a good time.
We're living our best life over here.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let's just get to this now. If my mic will...
It's still not working?
I'm sitting here making comments, and this is how close I am, and the mic was just like not picking it up, Edmund.
Well, didn't you say it's picking you up over here, though?
That's picking me up, but I'm so quiet.
Oh.
Because if you come here and watch what I see when I'm talking, you'll understand what I mean.
Okay. I'm trying to watch it through your glasses reflection, to be honest.
We don't want to move.
Yeah, I'm just like, I got like a cat up on my lap, my legs are up, like, I'm big chillin'.
Alright, let's get to this. Hopefully I can iron this out as we go.
I believe in you.
We'll go with that.
Whatever.
Test, 1, 2.
We'll go with that.
We'll just go with that.
Now it's not...
That's not what I would do.
That didn't even get picked up
personally.
on the mic either!
I don't know. Do you need this one?
I don't want to have to pull that one out. I might actually have to wear it, but I don't...
Yeah. Well, that works, because if she can be heard off of mine, then we can do that.
You guys
Yeah,
have to be real close together then.
That's okay. We can. Well, her mic's not even on.
You don't
so
have
if you
mine
can hear
on.
her,
Can you hear both of us? Are you picking us
Yes,
both
but if
up?
I do that, I'm putting this on... I hope we don't get double mic happening.
Well, here, let's try to take this guy.
Because I'm wondering if because we were so close, we were
Yeah.
getting double mic.
Here, see. Oof, dog. But yeah, can you hear her okay? Because that mic's not on, so like you have to turn it on.
You know what's funny?
What?
The computer mic kicked on, and it's reading me loud and fucking clear.
Do you want to just use the computer mic? Or is it going to be bad?
The quality is not good.
Oh.
Okay, so you can probably turn that one on then.
Ow, that was my foot, you fat cow. His butt.
No, you're gonna like lose your foot underneath it.
At least it'll be warm.
Yes.
Alright, I think this might work. I hope I'm right. Gotta adjust the mic on my end now. Move it like right here. There we go. I hope that works better now, chat. As we are peaking with that, I'm gonna turn down the mic. Alright, talk to you two.
That's all I had. Sorry.
Let's see. I don't know. Can you get anything? Are you
I-
picking us up?
Yes, except when Allie does her whole...
Well, I didn't have anything to talk about.
When you do your muttering, it's not getting... Okay, let's...
You know what? You need to stop complaining because at least she's here.
I showed up, damn it!
Alright,
Respect that.
Drove an hour away.
let's begin.
Yes.
Today we are covering the Am I the Asshole subreddit. But before all that, though, before we actually get into that, though, I have one more announcement. Sponsorship.
Poppy Lane Digital.
Yes.
Because we have new things that were added into that place. We have coloring pages now. You don't tell me this ahead of time.
This is how I get the most genuine ad read is when I just hit the little things like, hey.
Well, now there's beer can glass wraps available.
Yeah.
And there's also coloring pages available.
Yeah.
They just added a couple new things. I mean, and they list new listings every Monday and Thursday.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
And they also have a Facebook group, Poppy Lane Digital, and it's Facebook. That's what it is. It's a Facebook group.
And you
You
can
can follow
find
it.
them on Instagram and TikTok as well.
Yes, under Poppy Lane Digital.
Yeah, so they're our kind sponsors today again. Somehow, I don't know why.
Especially after you throw that ad at them.
When they're not ready.
Well, here's the thing: they didn't sponsor the last two, so that's kind of shocking that they did even sponsor this one.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Oh, don't. Of course, if you guys look in the description below, you'll find the link to their site there. Of course, like always.
You should check it out. It's pretty cool.
They add all stuff. They add new things all the time. I can't talk today again. I give up. I just do. I just give up. Every time I try to do this, I can never talk. I swear.
You're perfect at talking when it's not on this.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, speaking of which, I learned yesterday because I was thinking about it, how to say enigmatic.
Oh, I hate that word.
I know, and you always get it. So I was like, man, I'm gonna be prepared because sometimes I don't know either. So I was like, that's it, internet. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Unless I forgot. So maybe I'm still wrong.
Anyway,
I got you today.
Anyway, if you do want to check out some of the new stuff that's been posted, beer can glasses, PNGs, all that good stuff, go check out the link in the description over on the YouTube channel, Twitch, Populane, www.etsy.com/PopulaneDigital.
Yes.
And yeah, go check them out. Now let's get to what we actually came here for. Reddit and my suffering. Anyway, today we are covering the Am I the Asshole subreddit because the other subreddits are still getting cleaned out of other things right now. It's really bad. So let's begin.
Things that will not be named.
Exactly. These things might have also led to that community post I had to make, though. Anyway, let's get to this. This is from user MiserableLight3444. Am I the asshole for asking my husband to prioritize our family tradition over his new friendship?
Well, that doesn't tell me.
Yeah, it's like it depends on how you did it and
Yeah.
what's going on.
My
I
husband,
need more info.
my husband, 35 male, and I, 32 female, almost fucked up our age, have a very small but meaningful tradition we started the first year we got married. It's nothing major, but it's important to me. Every November, on the weekend before Thanksgiving, we take a day trip down to his lakeside town. Wait, hang on, what the? Oh, hang on. Take a day trip down to this lakeside town about an hour away. We spend the day walking, talking, and picking out a new ornament for our Christmas tree. Something that's meaningful to our year. It's just one day, but it's one of those things that makes the holiday season special for us. My husband recently became great friends with a guy from his gym. They hit it off quickly, and I think it's great because my husband doesn't make new friends easy. He seems like a genuinely nice person and shares a lot of his interests, like hiking and gaming. And I know it's refreshing for my husband to have someone he clicks with so well. Here's my issue. My husband's friend invited him to go on a weekend trip. On a weekend trip for the exact same weekend as our tradition. My husband seemed hesitant to bring it up at first, but eventually he asked if it'd be okay with us rescheduling our tradition to another weekend so he can go on this weekend with his friend. I was caught off guard. I told him that it kind of hurt my feelings. I even consider moving it. He told me it's not a big deal for us to just go another weekend, and he's right in the sense that it doesn't really affect anything logistically. But this trip has always felt like our thing, in quotation marks. It's not that I don't want him to have fun or make new friends, but I kind of feel like he's minimizing something that's special to us, or at least special to me. When I told him that, he looked surprised, then frustrated, saying I was overreacting. He ended up agreeing to keep the weekend for our tradition, but I could tell he was disappointed. And I feel guilty for that. Part of me wonders if I'm being stubborn about this little ritual that maybe I only care about as much as I do. So, am I the asshole for asking him to prioritize our tradition over his new friend?
I mean, I don't know that necessarily either of them are the asshole. You know what I mean? Like, it just sounds like something that they need to like talk about and discuss. Because
Just
it's like
talking. It literally the biggest solver to this is communication. I don't know how many fucking times I have to say it.
communication is pretty much key. But yeah, so I don't know that necessarily anyone's the asshole because it's like they weren't she wasn't mean about it when she was going, to like ask him to prioritize their tradition. And I think she's valid for wanting to keep up their tradition, but I also think he's valid for like, wanting to go on this trip with a new friend.
Yeah. This one doesn't really interest me. I'm just saying.
I would like to say, though, as someone who has a family tradition, I could see rescheduling it. We've done it multiple times with ours. We have one, but we always have to reschedule it sometimes based on your weather or circumstances. It's like rescheduling is not that bad.
Yeah.
As long as you still do it.
Yeah, that is fair because like I have to work on Easter every year because it's a Sunday. I work Sundays and it's not one of the not Christmas or New Year's. So
Yeah, it's not weird.
it is weird, but I mean whatever. But because of that, like, my mom and I we just have Easter dinner on another day because I work all day.
Well, my best friend, she can't do Thanksgiving. She has to work.
Oh yeah.
So she had to move it to a different day
Yeah.
so that way she can at least celebrate it with her kids and stuff because
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on like what the tradition is. Like if it's something that only happens on like, once like this day and once a year, then like, that might prevent them from being able to do it a different day. But, it just seems like that's something that they need to talk more about.
To repeat it here, it's after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. So they have a whole month basically.
Yeah.
Update.
So, yeah.
There's an update to this.
Okay.
I was gonna say there better be because like seriously, it's not that bad.
I saw some people asking how long we have been married. We've been married for 6 years, and we've been doing this. My mouth just went dry as the Sahara Desert there.
Oh.
We've been doing this tradition since our first year together, and always on the same weekend. Update 2. A lot of people have asked why this specific weekend matters to me so much. I think it's because we have kept the tradition on the same weekend for over 6 years, and to me, the timing feels like an integral part of the tradition itself. It's become a marker for the start of the holiday season in my mind, and changing it feels like losing some of the meaning behind it. Update 3. 3 updates, I swear to you. What the hell? After a few hours, I want to thank everyone who shared their opinion. After reading the comments and giving myself some time to reflect, I did decide to talk to my husband again. I told him I feel bad for how things went earlier and that I didn't mean to make it feel like I'm keeping him on a leash. Well, some people might be into that, but
Fair.
Very fair.
I also explained why our little tradition feels so special to me and how much it meant to me. Oh, wait, I fucked up. Oh, and how I've always seen that weekend as our weekend. Sorry. He meant that I hadn't realized how much it meant to me. And he said he's been excited about the trip with his friend because it was the first time in a long while that someone reached out to him like that. And I didn't want to let that slip away. We both agreed we could handle the conversation better and that neither of us wanted to let the other person feel like their feelings didn't matter. As said earlier, we decided to stick to our tradition this year as planned, and my husband's going to plan a weekend trip with his friend in January when the holidays are over.
Okay.
Update 4.
Oh my
no.
lord.
We're divorced now.
Okay.
My husband was gay and dating my friend. There, I made it interesting. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Like, most of these stories are always like this big shocking twist, but for once, I found an actual real story.
Yeah. I mean, that one was kind of like a wholesome one for what you see in the "Am I an Asshole" subreddit because it's like they ended up just having like a healthy communication
Yeah,
with
there
their
it wasn't
husband, and
spicy.
yeah, and it was like so that one. I mean, it wasn't spicy, but like I vibe with the people, and they seem like they have like a decent relationship at least because it's like they talked about it, and then she shared why it was
So,
important.
I do have the
My-
next story if you guys are ready.
All right.
And this one has a special tag on it.
Okay.
This is a tag I've never seen on this subreddit before, and I've been on here for a while now. It's called Who Mode Activated.
Okay.
The title is, Am I the asshole for being mean to my wife for buying me a trip to a Cancun resort for my 40th birthday?
Okay.
Wait.
Cancun.
Yeah, Cancun.
Yeah, that's Cancun, right?
But
Yeah.
why would he be mad about that?
I mean, I guess maybe if he was like, "Oh, I hate Cancun," and she's like, "No, you'll love it." I don't, I don't know.
Remember, this has the special tag Who Mode Activated.
Okay.
I've never seen this before. This is going to be great for us all.
So what does that tag mean?
I don't know. I'm hitting it and I'm getting jack shit for it.
You're what?
I hit it and I got basically nothing on it.
What do you mean you hit it? Like you
I
looked at
touched it. Oh, this tag does exist. The last time it was used was 4 months ago, and after that, it was a year ago.
Okay, but hold on. What you said it was? What? Poo mode activated?
Yeah. I guess it means shit on this guy.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's Google it because that wasn't a very satisfactory answer.
No.
I can't give a satisfactory answer.
Okay, so poo mode on Am I the Asshole stands for prevented outbursts online. What does that mean? Basically,
Welcome to someone figuring things out. Alright. While you look this up, I'll read the story.
wait, hold on, because I'm finding server error. No, wait, hold on. Okay, so when a post is placed in poo mode, only trusted community members are able to comment on it. So trusted community members are those who have a history of following the subreddit's rules and being respectful to other users. It's used on posts that are getting out of hand or have the potential to get out of hand. So this one could be spicy. So
Okay.
spicy poo mode. I
You know
guess.
what's funny?
Yeah.
I can actually reply to this because I've been on this subreddit since I first made a Reddit account because I enjoyed Am I the Asshole?
Hey, look at you.
And plus I made
You're
my
one
own
of the
post.
elites.
Whoop whoop.
Alright. My wife and I have been together for 20 years, married for 15 of those years. That being said, my wife has been well aware that I do not like traveling. I don't mind road trips a state or two away, but that's it. I hate flying, and I really don't like surprises. These are facts that I've made known for decades at this point. My wife, however, in the past 5 or 6 years has really started itching to travel because her friends are traveling. Real quickly, just gonna say it now. Lucky you can even afford. Some people can't even afford food.
I mean, yeah, but
Also, I don't see the point in traveling either. As someone who is a homebody, I don't like leaving.
yeah. I think it's kind of like personal preference because like I'm someone that likes traveling, but like I also understand when people don't. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, no. I would like to actually go all over the United States. Now, I don't want to go to big cities because I'm not a big city person.
Yeah, I like to be
But
where
I would
people
like
aren't.
to go, and getting on a plane is not going to happen because my husband was a felon.
Yeah, fun. Yeah,
Also, driving the US is like it's a really cool experience. And it's like it's really beautiful to just like watch the different scenery change. Like when I drove to Nevada, it was like, I started in the East Coast where there was like forests and shit. And then it was like it got really dense forests as I was going through like Missouri. And then it was like the Great Plains. And then it was like, ooh, it's kind of becoming the desert. It's semi-arid. And then it was like big rocks, sand everywhere. And I was just there like, woo! Throughout like every single state change. And I'm like screaming for the cat. And the cat's like, shut the fuck up.
To explain this too,
Yes.
I watched a YouTuber by the name of Making Bad. He doesn't do videos anymore, sadly,
Okay.
because YouTube kind of pushed him out, which is saddening because he was actually a really good content creator. He did this trip from Ohio, where he used to live, all the way down to Florida
Yeah.
in 4 days. It took him it was 4 parts. I think he did 3 to 4 days of a
Yeah.
drive, and his main thing is like a smart person would fly there and have everything sent them. I'm not a smart person. So I'm gonna take he lugged his car full of like all of his equipment, everything, and drove from Ohio all the way to Florida. And I was watching it. You went from seeing like forest, rain, and stuff to like seeing deserts at one
I
point.
don't know why you would see a desert.
Well, it was like these big open areas that's just like it would feel like if you were in a desert, except it's green.
Okay.
And then he went. My favorite thing is he was entered a place called Friendsville.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, please don't bring me there. I'll change the name to we don't want non-Friendsville fast.
I think that's in Georgia. I could be wrong
Anyway, let's continue the
though.
story.
Hold on. Now I'm curious.
Back in August, she kept insisting that our family get passports. During this whole process, I repeatedly said I
No,
don't think it's necessary because I hate traveling. But I relent when she says she says we may take the kids out of the country at some point in the future. In September, she told me to take a November 21st, 22nd off from work, of course. 22nd off from work. Of course, when I asked why, she refused to tell me. After some pressing, she said she surprised me with a trip to a resort in Cancun for my 40th birthday at this point. I'm floored, not in the good way. I asked her why she did this. Reiterate that I hate flying. And says I want a simple dinner at my favorite restaurant and a video game for my birthday, etc. Sounds like a good day to me. Like seriously, like that would technically be my favorite present. Like take me out to give me like free food on my birthday. Like that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Well, we used to have in our household there was a tradition on the whoever's birthday it was got to call the meal. Now that we're all adults, it's like, well, that doesn't happen anymore. We can just make what the hell we want to eat.
Yeah.
Mama don't feel like cooking anymore.
Mama cooked for 18 plus years technically,
Yeah.
and she still technically has to cook sometimes for vegetarian food.
Yeah. But like as far as this story goes, like I mean, I feel like however you want to spend your birthday is your call because it's your birthday. And I understand like the wife is trying to do something nice, but it's like read the room, if you know that this person doesn't
yeah,
like this.
like that's the thing. Like I think being in a relationship,
Yeah.
you have to respect
Yeah.
the other person's
Boundaries.
boundaries because like I would never, if Edward didn't like stuff like that, I would never.
Prime example here is elevators are a big fear for you, and Ed never force you to go on an elevator.
No.
He's always been like, we'll take escalators, we'll find the stairs. Now, there's been times you had to go on the elevator.
Yeah, we talking about that. I tried to be 13th flight. No.
No, I hear you. Because on campus, I like last semester. Thankfully, things are closer now. But I would have to walk up like, well, I didn't have to, but the elevator caught on fire, so I wasn't gonna take it. Like I took that. No, okay, I took this elevator one time, and it was
we
like
all
the
wonder why
jankiest.
I don't like.
I don't like them either. They always hit me. Like I don't have good luck in elevators. But yeah, so like the one at campus, because I had to go on like the 4th fucking floor like 2 times in a day, and separate times, of course, mind you. So then it was like I got on that elevator once, and it was the ricketiest fucking thing. So I was like, no, never again. And then not that long after, it caught on fire, and I was like, I knew it. I knew not to trust it. Fuck that. And you know what? I do not take that elevator.
We were so out of breath though when we got to the top of that. We were like, and I looked at him and I'm like, I don't care. I can never do that. And I could barely breathe. I'm like,
You're like asthmatic as fuck, and you're just
yeah,
like,
like I have asthma,
part,
so
chat.
yeah, this is the best thing ever.
Chat, I don't know if I can read this next part out loud. Well, someone here is gonna get sad.
Who?
The woman here who likes animals.
What'd
Well,
he
it's like-
do?
It wasn't him.
What'd she do?
Not her either. I'll tell you. She starts getting watery eyes and says she sold a bunch for work stocks to fund the trip. I relented and said we could go to Cancun. In October, our dog gets cancer.
Oh.
Treatment is freaking expensive. So I tell my wife to return the trip tickets. She says she can't because it's too late to get her money back. When I asked how much she paid, it's damn near $2,000.
Yep, they'd be going back. I'd be like, you find a freaking way.
Yeah.
There's people out there who would spend. You get something like 15 right there, 1,500. Some people will pay for less expensive ones.
Well, I'd be like, my dog's more important.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So now this is when it gets worse. This gets me upset all over again because at this point we're looking terrible financially. We're paying vet bills. Our downstairs AC unit broke and had to be completely replaced for $7,000 back in August.
Ooh.
And she splurges on a Cancun trip. I get pissed. I tell her that if she had $2,000 to blow on a trip, she could have asked me what I actually wanted. Got me a PS5, some dinner at my favorite spot, and put the rest towards our mounting debt. Again, she starts with a shaky voice and watery eyes.
Okay, this is where I'd be like,
No,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say it now.
I'd be like, bitch, shut up.
Yeah. Like,
Here's the
be
thing.
fucking for real.
Here's the thing I'm gonna say. As someone who knew, so this happened back in like grade school, like elementary school for me, or grade school for UK people. I have to like clarify this. There was a classmate I knew all the way up till 6th grade who, anytime something would happen, she would cry. I will state this right now.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes, you know because I told you.
Is it who I think it is?
It's most likely because
Okay.
you've met them too.
Yep.
Here's the thing about
She's
this.
like that in her 20s.
Yeah,
Here's the thing, as I say,
probably.
I
a
can-
babysitter.
I can
Uh-huh.
understand crying a bit when things go bad, but every single time, like, I yell at her about the fact of going against me on the whole Cancun trip, and she's like, "I'm so sorry." It's like, as someone who dealt with that for all that time, and nowadays it's like anytime someone does that to me, and it's like over something. If you hurt yourself bad enough, or it's something really bad, I can understand crying. Okay, I'm not gonna be shaming you. Like, no matter what gender you are, I'm not gonna shame if you cry. But if it's over like, well, I don't get why you're mad at me. I just want to get you a trip to Cancun, even though you don't like traveling on planes.
Yeah, it's like when it's weaponized tears, that's when I'm like, no, I'm not fucking doing it. Because the person that I think that you're talking about, I was friends with them in my 20s, like I'm still in my 20s, but my earlier 20s. And
Like, very beginning 20s.
yes, very early. And I remember this one time because they would always do that. She would always be fucking like sobbing about something. And we were like in the car and she was like crying about some internet person that she was like dating that was being shitty. And it was like, I mean, you're like dating high schoolers online, so what do you expect? But anywho, yeah, so that was like a thing. And I remember she was just like crying in the back seat and I just like turned the music up because I was like, I'm not. Like I think I tried to be like, hey dude, it's okay. And then it was like she just crying intensified and I was like, no, it's like an hour drive.
No.
Cry yourself to sleep like a baby. I don't know, man.
No, I won't. No, I hate when people do that shit.
Yeah.
I could see crying because something bad happened.
Yeah.
I could see crying because you're having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Over some reason that's actually worth crying about.
Yeah, but it's like if you just
Exactly.
do it for attention, just so people feel bad for you, it's like I don't feel bad for you. It has the opposite.
That woman there is using that card to make him feel bad so she can keep her little vacation.
Yeah.
and not
This
be yelled
isn't
at
even
about
for
it.
Exactly. so
This
that she
isn't
can
a
just do it.
birthday present from. This is technically she wants to travel.
She wanted because her friends are doing it. So she has to do what her friends are doing. I live in a life where I don't care what other people are doing. I'm going to do what I want to do and I don't give a shit.
Gen
Exactly.
X. Everyone who's wondering, that's a Gen Xer right there.
Yeah.
And you can. That's just why people say don't mess with Gen X. And I'm one of those people who will tell people that, like, you don't mess with Gen X, especially women.
I don't really care. You don't like me? Don't come around me. If you don't like it, don't be a part of it.
Yep, that's how I feel about it too, you know.
Like, I got time.
No, but I also think too that like if you're gonna be married to someone, then you should also like do things that, you know, like if you're gonna get a trip for them too or do something for them, get them a present, it's like it should also be something that you know that they would like and not just something that you want to do that you want to make them begrudgingly do because you're gonna sob about it and weaponize your
That's
tears.
the thing too, is how much fun are they gonna have and it's gonna end up ruining your vacation.
Yeah, literally. Like you might as well have just like saved up and gone by yourself or
Yeah,
gone with
like,
your
why
friends who
doesn't
are
she
also
go alone?
traveling.
Like, here, I'll say this right
Go by
now.
yourself, bitch. There you go.
You didn't
Yeah.
need to go to Cancun. If you really wanted to travel,
If you're not worried about your poor dog that has cancer, you know what? Go yourself and stay there.
I'm gonna say this right now as someone who. I'm gonna say this right now. If you are willing to drop that money on a trip, why not just go do a road trip? Okay, do a road trip across country. If your partner doesn't like flying, and that's completely understandable. For example, a couple of tragedies. We had the 9/11 attacks, for example. There's a good reason for, being scared of airplanes. Times when anything happens to the plane in the air resulting in death. I mean, there's been many.
Being stuck in a tin can where you know you can't go anywhere or get out because you're claustrophobic and a bunch of people are in there and you don't like people and you hate when people touch you. Yeah, there's another reason.
Like, example here is like, I think there's a statistic at this point. I don't know how true it is, but I think it's like said like every month at least 1 to 3 planes will experience an issue in the air, and it's like that is sadly common.
I mean, yes and no. Like
It's gotten
planes,
better over
yeah,
time.
It's not
like
better.
through technology and stuff, planes are a lot more equipped to like check for weather and stuff like that. Because I know, like in the '80s, planes went down all the fucking time, either through like negligence of employees, unfortunately, or like weather and stuff like that.
There's a line.
There wasn't a
Yeah.
lot
No,
that we had.
and like planes are kind of designed to where they do stay in the air. Because I've flown a plane like 3 times, but they are designed to where like they stay in the air. I mean, of course, you can have like engine failures and things like that, or run into inclement weather or whatever the heck happens, to planes that go like missing and stuff. But it's not like as common now. However, I do think that like the fear and everything is valid. It's like you shouldn't force people to do things that they don't want to do just
If you
because you want them
genuinely
to do
don't
it.
like it, you don't like
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, I don't mind flying, but I also respect that other people don't like it. Like Max, for example, which for chat, it's her daughter and his sister. It's like she doesn't like flying, and I would never force her to fly. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
If I
it.
can-
I don't fly either.
yeah, and it's like I wouldn't force you to fly.
Now, here's where things are gonna get a little. We're gonna now get into what he did.
Okay.
Okay, one person's leaving the room. I'm gonna continue the story.
You can fill me in when I get back.
All right.
Alright.
I'll give you the TLDR.
Again, she starts with a shaky voice and watery eyes, so I suck it up. I suck it up and sell off a huge portion of my retro gaming collection to keep us afloat.
That's unfair.
Yeah, that is unfair.
It is.
Call unfair.
Yes, that is unfair.
I like how the mic actually picked up.
That's because it's true. She was speaking straight facts.
November, it really starts to hit me that this trip isn't even for me. She likes to travel. She likes to fly. She wants to go to Cancun. And my birthday is a perfect excuse to go.
Yeah.
So I've been building up resentment about being broke with December fast approaching. We have 2 kids, one of which is born right before Christmas.
Oh my god, they have so much financially on their plate, and she's like, "Let's go to Cancun." She's probably like fucking pregnant as fuck if she's like booking these tickets. Probably like that's insane.
We're not even done yet, by the way.
Yeah, but that's still insane.
So our funds are going to be tight from needing to buy presents. The whole thing comes off as her being financially irresponsible and using my birthday as an excuse to do some traveling to make her happy. This past week, I've been kind of a dick to her because I'm starting to build resentment here. Haven't spoken to her in a week. I've also randomly went out with friends and rubbed in her face that they actually take me places I want to go. I'm also seriously considered buying her a PS5. I'm also seriously considered buying her a PS5 and take her to my favorite dinner spot for her birthday in April.
See, like, don't get me wrong. I totally understand why he's reaching that level with it. However, I don't think fighting fire with fire is going to be like productive because then if he buys her a PS5, because that's the thing that he wants, then it's like he's just going to be further putting them into debt. You know what I mean? It's like at that point, I think he just needs to have like an honest conversation with her to be like, hey, like, you're kind of an asshole for doing this, and I don't like it.
So, like I said, I think personally, I don't think he's in the wrong. Okay, this is gonna sound completely hypocritical because the majority of what I can tell from looking at this is that this is a very divided post. This post here, it's a lot of toss-ups between everyone sucks here or not the asshole. So it mainly comes down to everyone's in agreement that the girl, his wife, is definitely the asshole.
Yeah, I think if
And
he's going to escalate it from the point that he just did, then I think that I could get down with it. Everyone sucks here.
Yeah, my logic is this. I'm going to state it right now is that I think not the asshole right now. If he does try to fight fire with fire, everyone sucks here. But
yeah, which
personally, this does feel like she forced this. Like she wanted this trip. She needed this trip because it's like she had to fit in. So she decided, I'll give it to him as a birthday present. He can't say no to it. And then make up the thing about like, oh, our kids. What was it again? Yeah. Back in August, she kept insisting that we get our family a passports. During this whole process, I repeatedly said I don't think it's necessary because I hate traveling, but I relent to what she says we may take the kids out of the country at some point in the future. So she's basically using any excuse in the book to set this up and then go through with this.
No, yeah, and that's definitely how it sounds. I mean, I feel like just him being petty to be like, I'm gonna buy her a PS5 for her birthday is like that's not gonna help you financially. You know what I mean? Like that's not the best thing. That would be that like if he ends up doing that or does something that's like that, then that to me would be like everybody sucks here because it's like you're not really
just to state
problem.
just to state this as well. The trip is scheduled for the end of November.
Okay. So like right before their kid
the dog had cancer in October, and I'm thinking that's still a whole month. You can technically, I don't know how true this is because I didn't work this type of stuff, but with most sites, if you give a logical explanation on why you have to cancel, and if you're in within the
she lied to him is what she did.
Yeah.
Oh, basically, because if it's like 2 weeks, 1 week out, you're not gonna get your money back. But if it's a month out,
it depends what it is because there are some things that are like non-refundable. Because I remember when I was going to drive across the U.S. the first time, I couldn't get money back on the one hotel that I had booked because I didn't book the cancellation thing because I didn't want to pay money. So I still had to like pay it, but I mean like whatever. So like it depends. There are some things when you travel that are non-refundable.
But this is technically, I do think those plane tickets are probably refundable, and if not, you can sell them to someone else. There is such a thing as marketplaces like on Facebook or other sites.
Yeah, you might not get your full money, but you probably get a majority.
Yeah, because a lot of planes, I don't know if plane tickets are refundable. A lot of times I don't think they are, but I could be wrong.
It depends on the airport you're going to, because I've heard that there's some that are like
it depends on how far ahead you do it.
Yeah,
and if you do cancel, I think that what I've heard from people was like you could get it refunded, but not the whole thing.
Yeah.
which is better than nothing. And this was
Oh yeah, because either way,
she-
it's gonna help them.
she booked this all the way back in September. Okay,
Yeah.
so September, that is 3 months basically out.
Yeah. Right.
So I think personally, she's the asshole. I do not think he's an asshole. He has sound logic for not wanting to do it.
And I think when you marry someone, you marry them for all of their wants, but they don't. Okay, I don't deal well with going into public. I try to avoid it. My husband has always been
You're rock.
basically the person who could get along with anybody and go out there and be that way. He literally changed himself to fit me a little more. Like, he still gets his social time at work and he does talk to people. And when we go places, we'll run into people. But he's fine with it because he knew when he married me what he was going to get. And when you marry someone, you better talk about this kind of stuff.
Yep.
And if you like to
You've changed.
travel and your husband doesn't, you either work something out where she gets to still travel, he gets to stay home. She doesn't do it often, but every once in a while she goes and does a thing with the girls or goes wherever.
If I
Yeah.
can state this right now, you change yourself also a little bit too. It's like it's a two-way street.
It
It's
is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's like you also have to be respectful of the boundaries that your partner has. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, fine, yeah, to be in a committed relationship and stuff like that is to kind of adjust yourself to fit that other person. But like, it's also onto each other, or I guess onto both people to respect each other enough to not like make them do things that are gonna make them highly uncomfortable or whatever.
Yeah, like,
you
if
know?
it's something that big, like travel for him, then she needs to know how to respect that.
Yeah.
And like, that doesn't mean she can't travel.
Yeah, it just means that like getting him a big expensive like traveling gift for his birthday might not be the move.
This is going to make some changes, by the way, to the voting.
Yeah.
There's edits here to clarify a bunch of stuff, and I just read the first one, and this is going to solidify my take on it. Not the asshole. She's an asshole. I think she needs to learn something from this. I think
Oh
because
yeah.
this was said. She booked the trip in September. The AC went out in August. That's the first thing. So the $7,000 bill for the AC happened in August. The trip was booked in September. So 1 month later, she booked that trip regardless.
Yeah, that's insane. 'Cause
And
it's
the
like, read the
trip
room.
is, I don't even know how much the trip is.
She
He
had
doesn't.
plans on doing this. Like, she wanted to do this and she didn't care. So when she started the whole let's get these, our passports and stuff, she had this plan in mind. And she probably figured if she said, "Hey, this is your birthday present," and then when he was like, "I don't want to go,"
Like I said,
and she cried because she was holding in, like, you feel bad for me because you're not doing what I want.
Yep.
this is
because my
weaponized.
friends.
This is weaponized incompetence at some extent because of all the timing on everything too.
But I don't know that it's weaponized incompetence necessarily. I do think I think it's weaponized like sadness and like
For
I think
her
she's being
saying like she
selfish.
can't refund the plane tickets or anything, like I think that's incompetence.
I
there.
think she should have looked into it, and I bet she didn't.
Yeah, I bet not.
Her automatic was probably, "Oh, we can't refund these. We have to go. I want to go. I want to go Cancun like my friends do, and I want to be cool."
Well,
and
in my personal opinion, though, there's a lot of edits here, and I'll cover them. But in my personal opinion on all of this, he's not the asshole. I think we can all agree on that.
yeah,
Unless he does what he wants to do, but I could also see someone in this room doing that. And I'll read it again. I also randomly went out with friends and rubbed in her face that they actually take me places I want to go. I'm also seriously considering buying her a PS5 and taking her to my favorite dinner spot for her birthday in April.
And it's like, see, I understand the pettiness.
That's fire
and I
with
respect
fire.
It. Yeah, that part. I respect the pettiness of it, but I don't think that's the best way to, resolve the issue.
I
Like,
love the pettiness.
yeah, like the pettiness.
That's why I
yeah.
said someone's gonna love this.
I'm all about being petty because I am petty.
Yeah. See, I am too, but like I
But
don't.
the whole spending of the money
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, it's like that's a
I'm
lot of money to
sorry,
be
but
petty.
I'm not going to waste money on that. Like,
Yeah.
if I have other things that are more important, like,
the air conditioning. Yeah.
and my dog.
And also they had a kid too. Like,
Yeah,
right, like
They
and
have two kids, and one was born right before Christmas too. So that's, you got to get presents for a birthday, present for Christmas. Because I'm saying now, if you combine both the birthday into Christmas, you're automatically an asshole in my book. Because that isn't fair. It's like, Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday. Here's one gift. It's
Yeah.
like, especially
listen,
if they're a
my
kid.
family would always forget my fucking gifts, so I am just happy to I would have just been happy to have a gift. My grandma was like,
well,
"Oh, we forgot yours."
lucky
I
for
know.
As all my cousins got
Yeah.
gifts and like a bunch of them, and I'm like,
remember
"It's
you telling
okay."
me that.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I would probably knock the bitch out.
Yeah.
Myself.
Luckily
I would have been
from-
like, really?
Like,
You want to do that to my kid? You better be ready.
luckily for me, my family, mainly my mother, never forgot when I was growing up to get me presents on my
Yeah.
birthday and Christmas. There was times where it was like she couldn't do it then, but whenever we could financially do it, whenever she could financially do it, though, she was like, "Hey, Jacob, here you can have this for your birthday," you know.
Yeah.
I still like. Oh my god! So this is gonna be a small tangent, but I had one gift. I got one present one time from her. There was only one present I got from her on my birthday. Well, technically it's two, but it was a set. It was these big ass Lego sets, the Flying Dutchman and the
Hell yeah.
Black Pearl. Pirates of the Caribbean. She bought me these two. I think they were like 1,000-piece sets or something. Like these were big. Like, how big do you think they were again? Do you remember like how big they were technically when they were done?
Oh, they were huge. I can't
That's
Also,
what
I totally thought you meant like the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob at first.
Oh no. I mean Pirates of the Caribbean. She got these two ships for me for my birthday. These are the only. This was the one.
God.
This was the only present she got me on my birthday one time. I mean, my grandmother also and grandfather got me presents, but these cost her a bit of money.
Oh, they were.
But she got them for me, and
They were Lego.
and it's like that's understandable if you still like that's understandable if it's something like that. But you know,
Yeah.
So let's continue with the edits though. Number 2, we do travel. We go on family vacations every year. We've gone on several cruises out of the country in the past 10 years. We've taken several plane trips to Orlando and Vegas as well. I'm not sure why people assume I expect her to sit at home all day and never travel. So they do go places.
Yeah.
He doesn't go on long plane rides. He probably prefers the cruises.
He goes cruises. So they actually
And they go and plane rides to Orlando and Vegas. So he will do it probably short distance plane travels.
Yeah.
But if you're going from, let's say,
He is
America.
making sacrifices against what he wants to do to make her happy.
Yeah. So it's like
So-
she shouldn't just be like an
Yeah, it's
asshole.
just the whole Cancun thing.
Yeah.
She must have really wanted to go to Cancun for some odd reason.
I don't like throwing this out there because it's always something people will jump to, but I can see her wanting to go to Cancun and then saying like, "Oh, I gotta leave you for it. I gotta go places," and she's meeting up with like this other guy in Cancun. You know,
Yeah, I don't know if it's that.
I feel like if that was what she was trying to do, then she probably would be like, "I'm going to Cancun," and not "We're going."
well,
to
there's people
Cancun."
out there did it. I've read
I mean,
stories where people
yeah.
cheated on their honeymoon for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I've also I heard a story on I think like Instagram Reels or something where somebody was dating somebody long distance and then they were like, "Oh, come to Miami," and then they did, and they like cheated on them. like yeah, the person who invited them there was like, "Yep," and then they just started like fucking around with other people, and it's like I would be so mad if I like flew out of my house to come here and then this person's
then,
like fucking
yeah.
around on me. Like, no, thank you.
All right. Number 3, if she wanted to travel on her birthday, I would absolutely go wherever she wanted because it's her. It's a day that's all about her and
Yeah,
celebrates
right.
her.
Right.
One of the big issues I have with her acts is that it's being done on my birthday.
Yeah.
Number
rightfully
4.
So.
Yes, I have hobbies. I have a strict budget for these hobbies. And since my kids were born, I cut down drastically to make Shave are able to put money. Oh. Wait, what the? Make Shave are able to put money in their to save money and put in their college savings account every month for the kids since birth. My family is not neglected because of this. I spend a ton of time with my kids. I feel like number 5. I feel like I have to reiterate this. I'm down to travel outside the country with my wife on special occasions that celebrate her or our relationship. I would absolutely suck it up for her and have done so in the past. My issue is that this is being done on my birthday.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
So their top comment. So this was posted 11 hours ago. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was posted 11 hours ago.
That took me a minute. I'm like, what? Okay, go ahead.
This was posted 11 hours ago, and
Okay.
10 hours ago this comment was posted, and I think it has the most upvotes right now from when I've looked. Everyone sucks here. It's been 20 years of catering to your extreme dislike of travel. Lies. So these edits were added about 7 hours ago. These edits were added onto this post. So this thing he did not know about this.
Yeah.
So you know, your wife's clearly sick of it. It was a giant asshole move for her to use your birthday as an excuse. You're right to be angry, but continuing to hold resentment is going to build you into divorce.
Uh-huh.
So stop, take a breath, tell your wife you'll do a Cancun trip and even try to enjoy yourself. But from now on, when she wants to travel, she needs to be more transparent about it. Being for her. She can go on a girls' trip with her friends, take the kids on a cool mommy kid trip, stuff like that. You can stay home and have some daddy kid time or general kid free time for video games. There are compromises available, but you two need to talk about. Communication is important here.
Yep. Yeah, because that's the only reason why I would say that it would be kind of ish is just because
Another comment
like
here.
of the pettiness that he was going to do with it too, and the way that he was like refusing to talk about it and being like, because it's like that's not healthy for like
And
a
honestly,
marriage.
something else she needs to realize too is when things are important and when things are not important.
Yes,
I will
exactly.
state this right now as a person who has lived on a very tight budget. Like I think we all have in a sense. I know that look, but I'm your kid. I know what it's like growing up. Is that you've always made compromises. There has to be compromises in what you can and can't do. Going on trips out of the state, for example, not possible if your budget's tight. If your budget's loose, go on a couple cruises or something. Like he said, he does go on cruises or go to Vegas or Orlando when they can. So he is making compromise, but right now it sounds like with a $7,000 AC bill, plus probably interest is going to be on top of that, then the $2,000 vet bills he's been paying.
Definitely, yeah. There's like I think that he needs
Plus,
to realize there's a time.
Presents for the kids, like presents for them, like one kid's birthday present, then both kids' Christmas presents, and like all these other things. Then you got still add probably on their mortgage if they have a mortgage, grocery bill, electric bill, water bill, like all these other bills that they still do. It's like I think if he were to sit down with her and go through the finances with her clearer, she might understand more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is the thing of like she might not understand.
Yeah, she might not. I mean, like, I don't know why she wouldn't, because, you know, to me it seems like common sense. But I mean, in the case that she doesn't, it's like that's why I feel like he needs to talk with her so that way they can see more so eye to eye, you know? That way it's like she understands
And she
more of
needs
where
to
he's
not
coming
cry.
from. Yes, exactly. She needs to not like do like the weaponized like sadness.
Listen, I'm gonna go out to there's one person in my life right now who when you try to talk to them and if they think you're coming mean, they'll cry. And it's annoying to talk to them sometimes because like you're not trying to be mad with them, you're trying to explain something and then they'll cry and it's like, well, I ain't gonna get anything. I ain't gonna get the conversation done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't like when people do that. My mom used to like not she wouldn't cry, but she would get like really defensive and it's like, dude, it's not that deep. Like calm down. Like yeah, it's like it's not.
Someone underneath this comment posted who had 6.5K upvotes.
Okay.
If their compromise is always not traveling overseas, then she has been compromised a hell of a lot more than he has.
But it's like
he's compromised a lot. I will say it right now. Cruises, you're out on the ocean.
You go different places. Cruises stop at different locations.
Yeah.
When you're on a cruise, they have a set so many places, so you get to go to different ports.
Here's the thing
they
as well.
usually tell you if you have like a day at sea, because the few cruises that I've done, it was like if we didn't have days at sea, you know, they wouldn't have it listed there, and they would just tell you what the itinerary was. And then there was one cruise I did where we did have like I think like 2 days at sea, and it was like we knew about it.
The whole freaking thing on sea, the whole boat is like freaking you know, like they have everything on it.
Yeah, they've got everything and more. Yeah,
like, you could do
like fucking pools, movies, like fucking like ballrooms. They got all kinds of shit on boats.
And then you can like do different things and go to buffets and do your thing.
There's like fancy restaurants. There's buffets. There's lounges. Like there's like
lots to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
My only problem about the cruise thing though is that people get thrown off, and I'd be afraid I'd be that one.
If I can state this as well. So I think we're all in agreement. So what is everyone's verdict on this post?
She's an asshole.
I think she's an asshole. And I think they need to communicate.
So is it not the asshole? Everyone sucks here, or is it you're the asshole?
Sucks.
You thinking everyone?
He's not working.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Exactly. I think she is more of an asshole than he is.
Yes.
You know, and I feel like he's justified in his anger, but it's like that one comment had said, like having resentment isn't going to do anything good.
Yeah, the one comment was the best.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, sure she did more wrong than he did, but it's like his way of going about it isn't necessarily right either.
No.
I think since she already knew about the ACE bill of $7K and then booking this a month later and not
Yeah.
try and find ways to kind of just make sure it happens.
Yeah.
I think not the asshole on him. She is the definite asshole though. I think everyone in the comments agreed on. Like that's a
Well,
definite for
yeah,
this
but I
post.
mean, at the same time, like I said, you also got to look at the fact that he is willing to be petty about it.
Yeah, and not communicate with her. And
If
instead
he
rub it in her
were
face
to
about,
do
like,
that April thing, if he was going to do that thing in April, I would probably say everyone sucks here. But he says he's tempted. He's tempted by it because of what
Yeah.
she's pulled. Whatever the case is, she just really wanted to go Cancun for some reason.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what her reasoning was.
Even though
but-
they've been on cruises, they have been out of their state technically, most likely, and gone to Orlando and Vegas. And I'll
Yeah,
tell you
'cause
right
those are
now,
different
what
states,
happens
so-
in Vegas stays in
We've
Vegas.
been to-
That was not fun. Anyway, the next story is ready if you guys are.
All right.
This one is another poo mode activated post,
The
which
controversy.
eventually got comment locked.
Oh, so now not even the elites on Reddit can comment. No one can
No.
comment.
No, the original person who posted this comment locked the post.
Okay.
So I believe this is a girl. From comfortable clothes. This is from 1 year ago. Am I the ass for asking for a dress code exemption and ruining my relationship with my sister-in-law? Exception. Dress code exception and ruining my relationship with my sister-in-law.
All right. Well, it depends on the context.
Now, I'm going to state this. What we're saying is based off the story here. If you're going to yell at us or call us anything here, I'd like to state, please leave now. I, female 28, am a Muslim woman. This is why I put the pretext there, everybody. I was not raised in Muslim, but I converted during a difficult time in my life, and I honestly believe it saved me. My husband, male 30, was there for me during this time and has always understood my reason and is very supportive despite being an atheist himself. There's a compromise.
Yeah.
My husband's sister, 24 female, is getting married and asked me to be a bridesmaid, which I am thrilled to do. We have chosen a modest dress which I can wear with a hijab.
A hijab.
Hijab. And there's no qualms on that front. The issue comes with her bachelor party. She wants a Vegas themed party and all the girls must wear bikinis in coordinating colors. Okay, real quickly, just gonna comment on that. I don't think I would be
If anybody told me that, I'd tell them to go to hell.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
if I, as a dude,
I don't need to dress like a hoot because you want me to.
Yeah.
listen, I'm gonna say this now. If I had a guy friend and he came out to me and said, dude, like, hey man, I want you in my groomsmen group. I'm like, okay, cool, I do for you. If I knew them and they're like, okay, we're gonna do this party. I want you to wear swim trunks. I'd be like, hell no.
Yeah.
I am not comfortable with my body, even though I've been told I'm not bad. I still think I look terrible. So that alone is like my, thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Even though someone that's been looking at me with a death stare right now.
Yeah.
You.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I was thinking you meant me, but I was like, yeah. Yeah. 'cause-
She knows. She's fine. She also says the same thing about herself sometimes.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I want to fist fight you both. Out in the driveway after the stream. That's why I got 2 hands.
We'll just hold you down and subject you to
And
cat
no
torture.
muscles.
It would be torture because I fucking love cats. Thank
No,
you.
no, no. We'll just put one of our cats on your back and have it to where she's just constantly clawing you.
Whatever. It's nothing my cat doesn't do.
I was gonna say, like, she's probably used to it.
Yeah, I have a cat. He's got back claws.
Okay, now
Try harder than that one.
this gets worse.
Okay.
Now I
Well,
wouldn't
it's already pretty bad.
I wouldn't mind this if I was just in the company of a woman, but I cannot show off my body in front of men.
Yeah, right. Because that's literally like a thing in like
Two of
Islam.
the bridesmaids are my sister-in-law's gay's best friends. So my sister-in-law gay best friends, 24 and 25 male.
Are they wearing bikinis?
These two guys are lovely, and I have absolutely no issue with them. But I cannot wear a bikini in front of them.
No, because that's literally a thing in like Islam. You like can't do that. Only your husband can like see you.
Yeah, they cover themselves
Yeah.
because it's disrespectful
Yeah.
to their husband, and that is their religious belief.
Yeah.
And she should understand that.
Exactly. It's like if anything, she can have the other girls, wear bikinis if they want, or bikinis could be optional. It's like I understand her
don't
wanting to
make
have like a
everybody do it.
yeah. It's like I understand her wanting to have like a cohesive theme or whatever, but it's like also don't make your guests and your
Oh
friends
my
and the
God.
people in your party uncomfortable. Yeah.
So to answer the question real fast before we continue the story and your comment here, there was a question asked that she answered in the edit section of this.
Okay.
Will the men be wearing bikinis?
Yeah.
No. They'll be wearing Speedos.
So basically a male bikini.
Yeah, basically. But it's like even that I don't think is really like allowed in Islam because it's like you're only supposed to see like your person. You know what I mean?
So they're not. Her
Yeah.
sister in that isn't Islam,
Yeah.
right?
Her husband is an atheist, but very supportive of her belief.
Yeah.
But the sister is. She knows she's Muslim. She converted to Muslim. I don't know the official
I
religion.
wonder why she converted to
It was during a difficult time in my life, and I honestly believe it saved me. She is a Muslim. She wasn't raised in Muslim.
it. Okay, so the
She
sister's
is a
not. So she's not. The sister's gonna be like, well, this is my wedding.
Yeah.
The sister
Okay,
is.
so I'm gonna go by what usually spoiled ass people do.
Mhm.
Okay, it's my wedding. I can do what I want,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to do what I'm telling you to, and I don't care about your beliefs.
Yeah, I don't care about your beliefs or like what that's gonna mean for you or like the uncomfortableness that you're gonna feel about it because fuck you, this is what I want. That's basically what the
Exactly.
sisters say.
The sister, I think, might also be an atheist because if the husband's an atheist, I do believe it's like a family kind of thing. Like there is some people in family who are like, let's go like Christian people. And there's like an atheist in the family. It's like that is possible.
Yeah, because
But
that's kind
I
of how.
think-
I mean, most times it's like family, like
But
how you're raised is oftentimes what your belief is. But you
But-
do have like the odd ones out because like everyone in my family is like Christian and.
But if we're gonna go off
Buddhist.
this post here and the fact we don't know, I'm just gonna assume she's either atheist or a Christian because of the most common religions nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I mean probably one of those two, but it might be more atheist or like agnostic or just whatever indifferent. which is
Now-
kind of-
There's more to this post.
Yeah.
Okay. I have absolutely no bug. I try to compromise my sister-in-law and wear something modest but still in the color scheme. She says I am being homophobic and ruining the vibe of the party. How the
How are you being homophobic because you're Muslim and you don't want to?
Yeah, it's like that doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's just because there's going to be men there, and that's literally against her religion.
her gay men. It's like I
It's
don't
like,
think
but
the-
okay,
she
but
even
it
said
doesn't-
she doesn't have a problem.
Yeah.
But they're still men.
Yeah, it's like the
And
issue isn't that they're gay; it's that
It's
they're just
they're
male.
Yeah, like they're men. It's
Yeah.
like, that's the problem,
Yeah.
lady.
They could be straight, and she would have the same fucking answer because it's not like an issue of them being gay.
Oh,
just
she'd be like, "Oh, they're not gonna try to hit on you or anything."
and it's like okay, fine, but they still have like a dick, and that's like not what like the Muslim religion is, you know. about.
So here's the thing. She says if I can't wear a bikini, then I shouldn't bother being a bridesmaid at all.
I'd be like, bet, uninvite me to your wedding then.
I'd be like, fine.
My
If you can't
husband.
respect me, then I'm not going.
My husband said I need to do whatever makes me feel comfortable.
Yes,
And that is a good
yes,
husband.
But
absolutely.
You go, you little atheist man.
but my mother-in-law, 62 female, is saying that I'm driving a wedge in the family over nothing.
Who the fuck cares about the mother-in-law?
Yeah,
like if the
mother-in-laws
mother,
always have something to say.
yeah, and it's like if your
Um,
mother-in-law is not going to respect it,
okay,
it's like, that's
so-
on her.
Real quick thing I'm gonna say here: we have a interesting history with mother-in-laws because my mom had an interesting time with her mother-in-law, and the same with my stepfather, with my grandma, or my mom's mother. Because you know what
That
I'm
would
talking
make your
about.
mom, yeah, that would make that relation correct.
Because when you guys both first met them, they were like,
Well, I know that I adore my son-in-law, so I don't have an issue with that, and he doesn't have an issue with his mother-in-law because,
"Oh, that's right. I forgot I have a brother-in-law."
Oh, I erased it again.
Anyway, let's continue.
So wait, is the brother-in-law like from your dad or from?
My brother-in-law,
Yeah.
my sister's husband's technically my brother-in-law.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I completely forgot that's what that would be. Because I was like so confused because I was like, whoa, like your husband had like a kid before?
No, it took me a minute too. It took me a minute there myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh, that's like that was dumb.
All right.
I'm gonna be surprised if one comes knocking at my door one day.
And it isn't like I never. Okay, so this is what was also told to her. And it isn't like I never wore a bikini before. I can set aside my ideas, quotation marks apparently, for one night. She said that they don't count as men under the Muslim definition because they are gay and won't look at me like that. and I'm personally being difficult. My sister-in-law has followed through with uninviting me over this, and she says she'll never be able to see me the same way again because of my selfish behavior. So I come to the internet to ask if I'm being an asshole.
I would hit her with the I won't be able to see you the same way again after your selfish behavior, because it's like that's kind of bold of her to be like, I'm not a Muslim, but the Muslim religion says that they don't count.
Then
You
how do
know?
you know what the
Yeah,
Muslim
it's like how the
religion-
fuck do you know anything because you don't practice? And it's like, and also I feel like, and I mean like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like if you follow a religion and you have a relationship with God or however you view whatever, then it's like that's between you and that. So like if in her mind, you know, it's immoral or it's wrong or it's going to bring her shame for wearing a bikini at this thing, then it's like the sister-in-law should realize that like, hey, you know what? Maybe the other people in my bridal party can wear these bikinis and then she could not. Or it can be like, you know, at that point I just wouldn't even go to the wedding. I'd just say fuck you. Like if I'm driving a wedge between the family, then cool, I won't be there.
I
Problem
will rock
solved.
that wedge. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you.
Absolutely. Like that.
Don't
Problem
tell me
solved.
what to do.
Yep. Yep.
And they knew that from the get-go.
Yeah.
And yeah, they are gay. That doesn't have anything to do with it.
No, and she's not being homophobic for it because again, it has
I
nothing
hate
to do
when
with
people
them.
say about people being homophobic and they don't even freaking know.
Yes,
Leave.
I also hate whenever people call like someone out for like being, you know, any kind of phobic, and then all of a sudden it's like, but the thing about it isn't even that, you know, it's like something completely unrelated. It's like just because you have a disagreement with somebody who's a minority doesn't automatically make it like, you know, an issue like that. And don't get me wrong, those things do happen. That's not what I'm saying, but like, you know, not every altercation that you have with somebody who's different than you is because they're different than you. Like sometimes people
Exactly.
just suck, regardless of like who they are.
Just to state this too is like that whole like throwing out the homophobic cards, like that is used way too much often nowadays because there's the like the sexist thing. Like there's been times like, for example, I'm gonna pull like another post here I've read before where it was like a dude was called sexist because he didn't want to go with his wife into a bra store. And his wife called him sexist, misogynistic pig and left him there.
That's insane.
And
It's like
there was an update to that post later, and she just divorced him, saying because I can't be with a man who doesn't support me. And then he found out 2 days later she was cheating on him.
yeah,
I was
I'm not
gonna say
surprised.
that would be something underlying.
Yeah, because it's like that doesn't make any sense, you know. Because it's like most men don't want to go bra shopping. It's just kind of like a thing, you know. And I mean, some might, cool, fine, but like just because someone doesn't want to go shopping with you doesn't make them like misogynistic, you know. It would be like one thing if he was being shitty about her going to buy bras or whatever, or being like
He just didn't want to go in the store. He felt uncomfortable in the store.
Yeah,
that was
I mean, my husband went in with his dad and looked for bras for me because I needed one. And there's the two of them looking for. Do you know the looks they got for looking
Oh,
for a bra
probably weird ones.
for me? And Edward was like, it was the funniest thing because his dad's like, I don't understand. Why is there so many letters?
Here's another thing as well I want to say. I don't get this when it comes to guys either. Because I will do this if I had someone in my life who asked me to do this. My stepfather does this too. It's like tampons. Getting tampons or pads for someone who's going through a period. I don't get why guys are always like, I just need this. Can you make sure that isn't shown? It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Are you scared people can be like, oh, you care about your girl or whatever?
Yeah, like, oh man, you must love a woman. Like, oh wow. Like, yeah.
like
I don't understand that.
They're gonna think you're using it, sir. Don't you worry.
Yeah. No, my dad was like that, and it was always like really weird because like if it was like if I was being a bitch or something, my mom would just tell me to like if he was bothering me to just tell him I was on my period because that was like the surefire way to get to be like, oh, never mind.
Edward would go right into the store.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I feel like that's the way it should be because like if you're gonna be involved with a woman, then like you know they bleed. It's just kind of like it's in the anatomy, man. Like I don't know. Yeah. Like, do you think I want to? No. It's been a countdown to menopause ever since.
It starts and it's like one of those hourglasses.
Yes, I'm like, come on, please, faster.
All right, you guys ready for some answers to their questions?
All right.
There's a bunch of questions here, so I already told you the one about the bikinis.
Yeah.
Number 2, will the party be in a public place? No, the bridesmaids have rented a private house with a pool area. As that is the case, I would have been happy to wear a bikini if A, there was only women in attendance, and B, I was not in any photos while wearing a bikini. I did discuss this with the bride. 3, given the harem theme, how can you attend? I understand that drinking and gambling, etc. are all harem practices. Well, I do not partake in any of these myself. I cannot control what other people do, and I was not involved in deciding the theme. I would have been happy to attend sober and not participate in any activities, which the bride also known about. While I can understand that this may This may make me seem like a spoiled sport. The bride has no issue with this. The bride's only issue has consistently been that I'm not willing to wear a bikini despite the fact that her friends have no sexual interest in me. Number 4. How is this different from being around men from there being men around that I can't marry, i.e., no need to cover myself? I chose to veil and dress modestly because of my personal dedication to my religion. I will not put that aside because of some loopholes that say that because they are gay, we cannot get married. 5. You are picking and choosing your religion, not a question, but a statement. Yes, I suppose that in some ways I am. I'm a woman living in a Western country. I cannot live every day as if society around me were perfectly structured for my faith. I eat halal, halalia.
No, hello.
I pray and a number of other things, but sometimes we are thrown into unexpected situations and we need to adapt. That doesn't mean that I need to give up on my faith, but I believe that Allah, my fucking mouth got dry.
Are you trying to say Allah or halal?
Allah.
Okay.
Allah. There we go. My mouth got dry. All right. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Know my intentions, and so as long as I do my best to uphold the faith, then that is what I can do. In this case, I can still be involved in the festivities while being dressed modestly. 6. How can you be married to an atheist? As I said in my post, I converted during a difficult time in my life. At the same time, I was married to my husband. I understand that it is a sin to be married to someone who does not share my faith. But this man has been someone who's been my rock and has stood by me through thick and thin. While he may not be Muslim, he has a good heart and we love and need each other. There's much more at play here than a simple black and white, and I'm not willing to either divorce him or force him to convert when he doesn't want to, which would be a horrible thing to do and is also considered a sin. As much as I appreciate him being understanding and consider my faith, I do owe it to him to show his religion, or lack thereof, the same consideration and respect. 7. How can you be around these non-Muslim people and people who are committing sin, i.e. drinking, gambling, etc.? I would like to unequivocally say that I have no issue with what other people do with their lives, as long as they aren't hurting someone else. I'm not here to force my religion or beliefs on anyone else. And as long and I can have friends who have different beliefs. Please do not assume that I hate other girls for choosing to dress immodestly, drink, and potentially gamble in the same strain. I do not hate gay men for being who they are. This post is not about me wanting to force others to change. This post is about me asking that I dress conservatively in line with my beliefs. 8. Are you radicalized? Radicalized?
Yeah, radicalized.
Radicalized. I included this in my question and answer section more as a joke than anything. There are millions, if not billions, of Muslims around the world, and most of them are good, decent people. While I can acknowledge that there are some dark aspects associated with my religion, I do not have anything to do with that. We must remember that people can corrupt anything to align with their own agenda. Please stop sending me hateful messages.
And I fucking hate when people do that to people who are Muslim, or really anybody, but it's like Muslims I feel get it the worst, especially in Western like civilizations, because of like 9/11 and stupid shit like that. But it's like there are just as many people of other religions who take it to the most far extreme and cause a lot of harm and damage to other people. You know, like I would even be inclined to say that there's like terrorists of every single religion. It's just about the extreme value that you take it and the degree that you make other people follow it. But just because you are yeah, exactly. And it's like just because you are any religion, it doesn't automatically make you like a radical or, you know, a bad person or whatever. Because like the whole point of religion and why they're all fucking pretty much the same, just different characters, is because it's like, you know, the same thing fundamentally. Like ultimately everybody has the same innate needs: food, water, shelter, and to feel some kind of connection to something.
Top comment. Before this, now remember, this entire post is locked, so there's no more comments.
Yeah.
To be honest, I even think your religion's
see why.
beside I even think your religion's besides the point. You didn't want to wear a bikini. No matter the reason, you are not the asshole for saying no. The idea of that just being someone is getting married means they get to dictate every little detail is crazy. It's crazy to me. Underneath that, someone else said this. This completely. Any person who says that someone else has to expose more of their body than they're comfortable exposing is automatically the asshole in any situation.
Exactly. Yep.
Like, you can't tell someone else what to do with their body and what they feel comfortable
No,
with.
because there's a thing called autonomy.
Like, I'm not comfortable wearing some of the things that other people wear.
Yeah.
And that's just my preference, and that's who I am. And I've always been that way, even before I was overweight. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I just was never comfortable dressing a certain way, and I would never do it. Other people did, and people would criticize me for it, but I'm like, this is me, this is my body.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I feel like, nobody should force you into wearing something or showing more skin than you feel comfortable doing because it's like at the end of the day it's your skin. So it's like, and she's the one that okay, cool, fine. So say that she does it, right, to appease the sister-in-law and then it's like she goes back home and now she feels like guilt and shame and whatever else, negative feelings and it's like the sister-in-law doesn't have to deal with that because she's not the one that had to compromise her morals to please somebody else.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And it's
You
like that's
shouldn't
not
have
fair.
to
No.
like, you shouldn't have to say, okay, well, I'm going to put my belief, my feelings, my, who I am on the back burner just to make you happy for one day for your bachelorette party.
That you probably won't even remember because you're gonna get too fucked up.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
so drunk you can't remember anyway.
Yeah, and it's
So-
like I feel like OP is already making a lot of like compromises because there is going to be things like drinking, scantily dressed people, men in speedos, and like gambling. So it's like she's already kind of compromising things that she's probably more comfortable with to appease a sister-in-law because it is her wedding, and I'm sure that like OP cares about like the sister-in-law and wants her to have a good day, but it's also like one of those things where you can't give somebody too much and then you not have enough because that's
Yeah.
not fair for you.
You gotta have a point where you're like,
Yeah, and you
I'm
also
not willing to sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm not willing to sacrifice who I am fundamentally for something to appease
And it's
somebody
something
else.
stupid. It wasn't
Yes.
even for her wedding.
No. And it's like, and if she can accommodate her wearing a hijab in her fucking wedding, then it's like, why can't you accommodate her dressing modestly at the bachelorette party? Because it's
And
like,
tell
it's just
me-
a fucking party.
If I could also see
One
this.
that's just you guys. Like, it's
Yeah,
not even
like, it's, yeah, like, it's not that deep.
I could also see her doing this, like, oh, well, since you're already here, why don't you just start drinking with us? And then she's like,
Yeah.
oh, don't be a spoiled sport. And tell me you couldn't see
'cause
this.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Oh,
but
I
when
can see
someone is
that.
drunk, they push it on you.
Yes, yes.
Most drunk people are like, when they get drunk, they're like, everybody needs to be drunk with me. We all
Yeah.
need to be happy. And they do, because I've been in those situations.
We
because
both
I do not
have.
drink.
I don't really like drinking, and I've been in situations like that
Yeah,
too.
like, I do not drink. I do not drink anything that's alcohol.
We've
That was my
had-
choice in my life.
Yeah.
And
To bring up an example here, I'm not naming names or anything, but we have this tradition in our family where it's like every Christmas Eve we hold a get together, okay? It's our one thing. About round time was like 22, 21, around when I was legal to drink. We were doing a Christmas get together and I was basically offered Coca-Cola that had alcohol in it. I didn't know about the alcohol. I was just told, drink this, have this. It's some Coca-Cola because I wanted to pop. And apparently it was only for the alcohol. And someone's like, oh, I'll get you this. And I didn't know. I drank it. It tasted funny. I spat it out. I got sick.
Yeah, I also like.
And then I was later told, hey, it had alcohol. And I'm like, this is why I don't touch that shit. I will say this to everyone here. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm considered, I think, in... Yeah, I'm considered probably straight because I'm not even going to get tattoos or anything. It's like, I'm very much one of those people who I'm not going to do something like stupid like that.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I think, like...
Now, I'm not saying people who get tattoos are stupid. Because my mother has tattoos.
Both people in this room actually have tattoos. Thank you very much.
But I'm not saying that. I know.
I'm like, what are you saying there, buddy?
I have to
like everybody else in this household. I don't know about your grandma, but
now.
listen, I have to cover my butt here because I could see right now already someone taking that out of context, so I have to cover my butt here. Is that I'm very much one of those people who don't want to make a choice like that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I can also see someone doing this at that party. It's like, here, have a drink with us. And they slip something in there to get her drunk. Tell me you couldn't see them doing that if they're drunk.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially because, like you said, drunk people want everyone to be drunk because they think it's like the best thing ever. And it's like, I feel like you have to respect the choices of other people because it's like I've been to parties or like weddings even where everybody else is drinking, but it's like I don't really like drinking, so then I don't. And it's like the people that invite you to these things, they should realize that you are just there to celebrate the day with them. And if that means that you don't want to drink or, don't want to wear something that makes you feel uncomfortable or exposed, then it's like it shouldn't be that deep of an issue, and it shouldn't be a thing where you're trying to make the other person feel bad because, like, there's nothing to feel bad about. It's just like your personal choice.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, we're going to take a quick intermission here in a couple minutes. 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes will be an intermission. So we're gonna say like a little more closing thoughts on this. I'm at least gonna say my closing thought on this thing. We're gonna cover 1 to 2 more Am I the Asshole stories, and we're gonna pass it over to weird laws that exist.
Silly laws that exist in the United States. We're all gonna learn what states have that are just silly. I have a couple that I'm just not happy about.
Anyway, my closing.
Tell me I can't do the one. That's rude.
Closing thoughts on this though. Personally, not the asshole. I do think the sister-in-law is just a major ass. She was understanding. If you are understanding of someone and their religion, like this comes from a guy who doesn't really have a religion he follows. I'm not an atheist, but at the same time, I'm not like a devout Christian or a Muslim or anything like that. I'm just me. I'm understanding of other people's religion. If you tell me, hey, I don't want to wear this, it's against my religion, I'm like, okay, fine, you don't have to wear it. But for you to go so far as to be like, no, you have to wear a bikini, and then on top of that, probably you're gonna try to slip them alcohol or maybe get them to do something that'll be stupid, and then be like, oh, look, you're not truly like this anymore.
I just don't see her being able to be at that party and not ask her or want her
or to pressure her into something that she doesn't want to do.
Because they might not intentionally mean to when they're sober, but when you're drunk, you don't think, you don't use all your faculties. That's the whole point about being drunk. It's fun. You get to get rid of your inhibitions. You get to be someone else, and that's a lot of the reason why people do drink, because they just get to forget.
Yeah.
Allie, move a little closer.
Oh yeah, you can't get to me.
You were cutting out a tiny bit there.
But like, you don't have that. Like, you don't have your inhibitions anymore, and like, you gotta like you want to make everybody else be the same way as you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and I feel like the choice to drink or not to drink is an entirely like individualistic thing, and I feel like people should just respect that, and it shouldn't be a thing of like pushing people to drink or pushing people to do things that they don't want to do.
All right. We're gonna take a small intermission here, I believe. Because we're gonna take a quick intermission. I'm gonna use the bathroom, so we're gonna call a quick intermission here, and we'll come back to cover 1 or 2 more stories. Because I'll read the title of the next one for you guys, which is "Am I the Asshole for Arguing with My Father-in-Law Over Gender Roles in My Place in the House?"
Oh god.
This is one of the most. This is a hot. Right. This is the hot post.
Yeah, because for some reason, I don't know, people have like these weird ideas of gender roles and everything like that, and I feel like it's just kind of do what makes you feel happy. Do what works for you in your relationship. I mean, studies and statistics show that the super traditional ones typically don't work. But,
not anymore, not nowadays.
Well, I mean, they never really did. It was just like, if you think about the 50s, people were just like hopped up on like fucking opiates because that was just.
I don't think we need to say much about the 80s.
No, exactly. And it's like oftentimes.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, 80s kid.
I mean, the 80s were a cool time. Don't get me wrong.
They had the
but
best
I mean,
cartoons.
like, yeah, but like gender roles.
They did have the best cartoons.
Yeah.
The cartoons were amazing.
I feel bad for you.
Too,
I feel bad for anybody born in the year like 2010 onwards, because you guys missed some of the best cartoons that ever came out. Because I was born in the 2000s.
There's a lot of people who don't believe that because they like the way the style of the cartoons are now.
Well, here's the thing. I will say this right now. I was born in the 2000s. I grew up around there. I still saw 80s cartoons though because of what we had. Like, we had VHSs of these cartoons still. Like, I could probably tell you right now about the original Aladdin or Aladdin the King of Thieves, for Christ's sakes, and you'll be looking at me like, Will Smith was in that, right? Like, no, it was does anybody remember the original Genie's voice actor? I know he's dead, but
Robin Williams.
Yeah,
thank you.
Williams.
Yeah, Robert Williams.
Robin.
Oh, Robin Williams. Sorry, I thought you said Robert. But yeah, no, Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. How dare you mess with his name?
Disgrace. It's gonna haunt you.
Anyway, we're gonna take a quick intermission here, and yeah, we'll now turn on the background music, and we'll see you guys in a minute. And we're back. Woo! Yeah, we took that intermission was quite fun. We certainly did a lot of things that we're never gonna say. I have no idea.
Oops.
Anyway, welcome back everybody to Reddit Tuesday. We are back from our intermission. We're all here, and when we left, I said about the am I the asshole for arguing with my father-in-law over gender roles in my place in the house.
Ooh, okay. Piss us off.
I think one of us here is already pissed off.
I'm texting your sister. Hold on.
Oh.
She sent an unhinged meme. You missed it.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm also sending. She's asking me questions. So, children come first.
I'll read the story.
Okay. You go right ahead. I'm listening.
So my 29M in-laws are visiting for the weekend. So the OP is 29 male. Okay.
Yeah.
For the weekend, I of course try my best to get along and entertain guests. But while my wife was out picking up something for dinner, my father-in-law made a comment about how it must be weird letting my wife worry about dinner for once. Now, I'll be honest. I love to cook and bake. I also work from home with a job that's somewhat laid back. So when I get the time, I clean and take care of the house. So I'm also admittedly the breadwinner. As my wife has chosen a passion job, and that requires her to leave the house and do stuff that's actually somewhat physically strenuous. It makes her happy, and I love that she gets to work her dream job, even if it does leave her very tired. And when it comes to chores around the house, So my father asked me if it was weird. I asked him to clarify. He stated, "You let her get away with avoiding all the woman's work. I wouldn't let that happen at home. It's just not right. You should be making her do the cooking, cleaning all the time."
That's insane.
The
That's
look
really insane.
I am getting.
Yeah.
Anyway, where'd I put my glasses? There's my glasses.
No, that's insane. Because literally, there have been tons and tons and tons of relationship psychology studies that have shown that whenever labor is more so divided between both parties in a household or relationship, that there's typically a higher report of marital satisfaction. Go figure, but it's there.
Yeah.
This obviously frustrated me a little, and I didn't want to argue or anything, but I was trying to get him to be a little more empathetic. So I responded with, "Your daughter works hard. Your daughter works hard every day, and the foundation for her day-to-day stress is being able to come home to some concept of order. Some days she comes home hurt because of how hard she works. Even if all I have to do during the day is walk around the house, clean a little, and have something warm to eat for her when she finally gets home to relax, why would I ever take that away from her? Even for the sake of what gender should be doing what? It's a team effort. We don't really see it the way you do. He grumbled and kind of went on monologue about how it's just different now, and it does seem like the things are as good as things are as good these days.
It's like, okay, cool. If you don't want to do that and your wife's cool with you making her do all of like the housewife quote unquote duties, then like knock yourself out. But that doesn't mean that's going to work for every single person. Because again, studies do show that whenever you divide things like labor of the household work, marital satisfaction is higher.
Things aren't as good these days. I can't get over that. There's still more to this, but so let me get this straight. It was much better in your time when everyone was still straining and worrying over what, the housing market crash or what, World War II? You know, being the Cold War we had or any of that shit. Was that good times?
Yeah, really. It's like there hasn't really ever been a good time in history. You know, it's like
That was
there
the
have been-
Roaring '20s, but that was it.
Yeah, but even that, you know, it's like
It was hard.
yeah, because then you had the fucking Great Depression, like right after.
Right after.
And there was
that,
also the
like,
big bootleg era too.
And on top
Yeah.
of that, you didn't have
You had, like,
women didn't have
mobsters.
rights and stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, there's never really been like a time in history where everybody's been
It's just
like,
been
happy.
amazing.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
you know, it doesn't really exist like that because then it's like, you know, even then there was like slavery and shit like that and segregation. So it's like there hasn't really ever been a period of time where everybody's been happy.
Yeah, like
Maybe when we were like an egalitarian society, but once we fucked that up and decided to start making classism, then we all
Like,
kind of like shit the bed.
I feel that like me and Edward, we have things that we do that he does and I do, and they're completely fine with us. Like that is the way we run our world.
Yeah.
And he never says to me, "Oh, why isn't the house clean?" He never
No.
once have ever said that to me.
Yeah. Well, A, he probably knows better because
I
he
don't
would
know
be
if
out
he
in the
would.
yard under.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Very
wouldn't
secure,
say that
yeah.
to me, but you know.
Yeah. Also,
Um,
it's like he also respects you enough to realize that, like, hey, things like that are a joint effort. So it's like if you think the house is dirty, great, fucking clean it yourself.
Exactly.
all right, to continue now.
Yes.
I didn't want to push it any further and just kind of awkwardly waited until my wife got back. I told her about it later and she kind of just sighed and said, "He's just like that and really doesn't want me to engage." Oh, wait, sorry. He's just like that and really doesn't want me to engage or argue with him if I can. Should I have just kind of struggled? Should I have just kind of shrugged and let it go for my wife's sake? I feel like I'm walking on eggshells a bit while they visit.
I could see that. For
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I could see that too. Because it's like, I'm assuming he seems like he's a decent partner at least, just from, you know, what we've gathered so far. So I feel like he's the kind of guy that if they were saying things that were kind of rude, again, he would probably want to say something to defend his wife, even
Yeah,
though it's like
because
she's
he-
okay
yeah.
with it, but it's like, you know,
He wouldn't be
yeah,
okay
because
with
it's
it.
like that's his wife. The parents shouldn't be like, I would that because it's like she's still probably doing things and still probably contributing in her own way. You know what I mean? It's like if anything, the parents should just be thankful that she found somebody who cares enough about her to be like, "Aw, you're tired because your job is more strenuous than mine." Like, no
Yeah,
worries,
and
I'll
for-
clean and cook. I
You
love
know,
baking.
For him to be able and her like for her to be able to do what she wants to do and him to be like that, I would love that for my kids. Like
Literally.
I don't care what gender or whatever, you know, if they choose whatever. I just want them to be in a happy marriage or a partnership where that person respects them
Yeah, and
and
supports
takes care.
them.
Yes, takes care of like you know wants to take care of things with them and supports their dreams and they support their dreams and everybody works together. I mean, it's not going to be an easy road, but if
No.
you're willing to do that,
Exactly, you know, and it's like I don't know. I just feel like it's not really the parents' place to
no,
put
you
their
don't.
things, you know, because it's like okay, cool, fine. If the dad wants traditional gender roles, then like it's probably why he married the lady that he did
Yeah,
because she
and-
probably is also okay with traditional gender roles. But it's like not everybody is, and that's okay.
Like, just be happy that your daughter is with somebody who actually gives a shit about her.
Yes, exactly. It isn't just like do everything for me and no, you can't hang out with your parents. No, you're in like no, the in-laws can't come here. You know, like
Yeah.
be fucking thankful.
Yeah,
People want to make
basically.
a problem out of things that aren't a problem. I don't know why.
Exactly.
Because it's like there's literally people that are in shitty relationships. So like be thankful that your daughter isn't. What do
My
I
g-
know though?
Yeah, what do you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what again.
By the way, update on one of the posts.
I was gonna say you're being awfully quiet.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to still be talking?
No, I have a second post up, but there's another post. I just realized. The MIA, the asked for being mean to my wife for buying me a trip to Cancun Resort for my 40th birthday got reposted somewhere. I just found out. That post itself got reposted to Am I the Devil?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think she's that extreme, but okay.
No, I mean,
No,
like,
it was OP is apparently so bad that he's on Am I the Devil. That's what happened.
It's OP that's there because I mean, like
He
him.
didn't even do
I
anything.
mean, like him being petty is like it's not a great look, but it's not as bad of a look as it could have
Yeah,
been.
I mean, it could have been way worse. He
could have been her. Yeah.
I think was just a post because the main thing that happened here in this post that people are using to hate on him is, I'll read a quote right here real fast. Clearly a misogynistic jackass who keeps abusing his wife or something or locking her in the basement. Clearly it's a guy who needs to be treated.
Wait, what?
I don't understand why because
So apparently the reason this got posted in Am I the Devil in one of the comments is basically just saying, oh, it's a guy complaining about his woman. Like, I'm summarizing here. And he needs to be taught a lesson on how to truly treat a woman and all this shit.
it's like
But if you read the damn post, you understand it's not because
yeah,
he doesn't
He
like
actually isn't. He does things like they're missing the whole.
point of
He
it.
goes on trips with her. He goes on cruises with her, and he even said it didn't have anything to do with going to Cancun. What it was his birthday, and like right now they don't have the money, and it should have been something that got saved up for or put on the back burner. He wasn't saying she was a work like that. He's like, oh my god, she can't. I don't want to go on vacation. She can't do this. She can't do that. She can't do that.
Yeah, it was just like yeah, and it's like I mean, there were some things that was like not perfect, but yeah.
someone found this out. So there's a comment here that actually links to something. So we've been going based off the post, but there was stuff in the comments that was revealed that someone found out by AITA. They found this in the comments. He says, reason given in the post, I wanted a PS5. Reason given in the comments, after digging around, I found this. I'm secretly planning to divorce my wife because I didn't want kids with her.
It's like, well, yeah, too late for that, buddy.
Yeah,
You're like 2 kids
what?
deep. That's something that you should have thought about whenever you were having sex.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm going to see if I could get to his account. Its account's locked, though, right now. So it's like... All right, I got into his account. Let's see if I can find anything on this. Let's see. I'm looking here, just mainly him talking to people. Mainly him saying K a lot. Thanks for your input. Feels like I'm playing tag. All right, come on.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like if it's a thing where he's like, I want to have kids with her, so you probably should.
I can't find anything like this.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know if that's
True or not.
Yeah.
true.
Like, I'm looking through his comments. I couldn't access the account earlier, though, because for some reason I couldn't get into his comment. So, in my opinion, I still stand by the fact of not the asshole based on what we got from the post.
Yeah.
But for it to be cross-posted to Am I the Devil, someone had to find something. But most of the
Or
stuff...
was it just somebody being a...
The most I could find...
They're actually the devil.
Yeah, like, are they starting shit?
Margot Kitty... Margot... Okay, so to say this now, I've seen many people... Like, saying is a... There's a couple people on the Am I the Devil subreddit who have legitimate reasons for when they post stuff on there. People that are trust swords.
Yeah.
Margot Kitty, I've never seen. But I just love how I'm looking through all these comments here, and I just keep seeing... people complain about like, oh, dude, like his wife spent all the money. Oh well, just go get more money. It's like, dude,
It's not that freaking easy.
No, first of all, it's not, especially whenever you are like $7,000 in debt because of the air conditioning, plus on top of that debt bill.
Here's another comment. Here's another comment.
Say something about the dog, I'm gonna freak out. Let me know.
Okay, so this is another comment on the Am I Devil subreddit part of this. Okay, so I like to stress this. I'm reading this. I'm not giving away names because we're mainly just going off this real quick before I pull up the next story. Dude is acting like his wife spent all the money while they were actively having financial problems, but they didn't have a sick dog till after she bought the ticket. It sounded like the AC unit thing was handled before she bought them. Reading between the lines, it seems like she thought this through. I don't know much about stocks, so I don't know if a work stock is anything special. But it definitely sounds like she stole something of her own to earn extra money to fund the trip, rather than using their shared family money behind his back. Neither of them could have predicted the dog would get cancer.
It's like, yeah, they couldn't have predicted
Was she supposed to develop clairvoyance while she was on the airline website and decided not to go through the trip?
But she already knew. The thing I'm saying is she already knew about the
AC unit.
AC unit. I would be putting that before any. Like, I love my.
Yeah.
I'm not going without my AC for nobody.
Well, you have asthma, so.
Yeah, but it's also like, okay, fine. So maybe they had it squared away, but if she wanted to sell her stocks for something, it's like she could have put it towards the AC. But either way, it's like she might have thought it out, but she thought it out for herself and not for her husband and what he wanted to do for his birthday.
Like, if I'm gonna make a decision, a big decision like that, I would literally ask Edward too. I wouldn't just go and do it and be like, "Bam, I'm doing this." You're married.
It's a 2 yes, 1 no situation.
I feel that my money's his money's my money. We combined it together and we make decisions together. That's the whole point. If you want a marriage to last and to work, you have to be willing to do something.
Yeah, and you also have to be conscientious of like what your spouse wants and their desires and their
I'm not
things.
saying don't give up whatever you want.
I found
hey,
found something else out real fast. Apparently his wife does stuff like this often, where she will just do little hints trying to get him to do certain things. That'll lead up to her leading to this thing they're supposed to do now.
I mean, I'm not surprised. She seems like that kind of person.
Yeah, here's a comment. I think this might be something I gather. Someone said in the Am I the Devil subreddit, I don't know how much of OP is actually the asshole. From what I read in the comments, it seemed like his wife constantly surprised him with stuff. Based on things like, hey, we're going to this place now, all of a sudden while they're out getting just small things. Things like this happen, I do understand, but surprise someone with a work trip with a big vacation to Cancun with someone who has a fear of flying does not seem logical in my book. But at the same time, it does feel like he is being a major asshole to his wife with the silent treatment and how he talked about her.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes. Like, I think that.
Yeah.
That
was the part that made me say, like, everyone sucks here. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I get that, like, your spouse did you dirty, but also at the same time, like, be constructive and finding a resolution. Don't just be like, I'm going to be real petty. Yeah, like, I'm not going to just stonewall
I'm not going to
you.
talk to you, and I'm not going to do that. Like, that makes you sound like a child.
Yeah, and that's not, like, healthy communication. That's, like, the surefire way to get a divorce.
There's more to that one comment, too, by the way. It's unfortunate, but she's also right that there's no point returning the tickets if she's not going to get any money back.
But you don't know that, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if she'd get all of her money back, but...
Like, some people have the thing of, like, oh, I'm only going to get back, like, 3/4 of my money. Oh, I might as well then still go. It's like, no, you're still getting back a good chunk of the money.
And they might also be able to cancel, like, the resort or something, too. So it's like they might not get the full money back for the airplane, but they might be able to get more money back for, like, other accommodations that they had. Like, if they planned on renting a car, they could cancel that. Or if they planned on, like, getting a room at the resort, then maybe they could cancel that, depending on, like, the cancellation policies.
Yeah.
Like, if it just... And it was literally... I kind of feel like it was asinine for her just to assume...
Yes.
That he wanted to go because she wanted to.
Yeah, it's like, especially based on what she knows about him and knows about his fear of, like, flying and stuff like that, and knows about how he feels about, like, leaving. Where it's like, and if that was going to be an issue for her, then she probably should have considered that whenever they, like, were dating and got to know each other, And I know that, like, people change, and maybe she didn't want to travel until she saw her friends doing it and whatnot, but it's like, you also have to respect if your partner doesn't want to.
All right, I'm going to finish reading this comment here.
Okay.
It seems more like OP already sent his wife, and now, rather than approaching the situation rationally, he's created a scenario in his head where she completely fucked them over and his birthday is ruined, so he can now feel justified in being a dick. Like I said, they can all say this thing, but in my opinion, I still think the wife's a major asshole.
I think she's a major asshole too, but I do think that comment does have some weight because it's like, he was kind of like being a dick just because of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't think he's like completely like morally like free. I don't think he's necessarily in the right.
So I found another comment here saying this from the guy who originally posted this, Mango Kitty Lit. The OP who posted this over here to Am I the Devil said, comment history was exposed when the post about how he was tricked into a second kid and was bidding his time for divorce. Like, everyone keeps saying this, but when I checked through the comments, I didn't find anything about him saying, like, he was tricked into having his kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't in the thing. I think they were trying to make him bad.
Yeah.
because
They want to.
I'm sorry, but I think sometime on this thing they want people to. They want that spiciness to the story and shit like that.
And I also think too that people have like a very weird idea of right and wrong anymore. And so it's like, who's to say that somebody didn't just make that inference on their own or because they feel like the woman should be right because she wanted to travel. You know what I mean? That they're like, you should just compromise or whatever.
Most people might be people who are like, oh, well, traveling is great. You need to go. And,
yeah, exactly.
And it's like, not necessarily.
I mean, traveling, like, it depends if you like it. You know what I mean? It's like, I love traveling, but I also understand that not everybody does, and that's okay because it's like, just because I like something doesn't mean everybody else will, and that's the same for, like, everything else. Some people like things that I don't like, and that doesn't make them wrong. It just means it's not my interest, and that's okay. That's like it would be boring if everybody did have the same interests. And also, could you imagine trying to book a flight if everybody loved flying? Like, that would be hell. It's already hell.
Like, I don't mind, like, I wouldn't mind traveling, but you ain't gonna get me.
Yeah.
It's just not.
I would gladly drive across the US with you guys.
I would love to. I want one of those Airstreams.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And
yes.
like just stop
yes.
it. Like, I want to go see the Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon is beautiful. Remind me after the
wanna...
stream, and I will show you like my favorite picture that I got with like this.
Yeah, I want to go see places and that kind of stuff. Me and Everett said that's something we want to do. Is just go.
Yeah.
And like I want something. Of course, I can take my dogs because I'm not leaving my dogs behind.
Right.
But it's like I don't have to worry about the house because of him. So it's like I want to have that luxury one day to be able to, us to be able to just go on different trips.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Still be able to come home because home's home.
Yeah, right.
I just want to state this though. It's like I looked through his entire history on the comments on that post. I saw nothing mentioning about the.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
He might have deleted it, but it might also just not exist. So.
Here's the thing as well. I'm gonna say real quick is I can see people have this obsession that it's always they have to find a bad guy. Like Mom said, there's always has to be a bad guy.
Yep.
The main thing I'm also noticing when I was reading the other comments from the Am I the Devil post that I got cross-posted over there, I was reading through the entire thing. I saw so many comments just saying he's just so awful, locking his wife in the basement and shit like this. Is just like, guys, I'm going off the post. I'm not finding these comments y'all keep claiming are there saying like how he never lets his wife leave or anything. I'm looking through and I don't see any of this.
Yeah.
He goes on cruises and all this stuff with her as compromise.
Yeah, like they literally went to Orlando and Vegas. And it's like those are complete opposite sides of the US.
So maybe I'm not chat comment section when this video goes live on YouTube or chat here. If you guys can find anything out about this and want to tell me about it, I will inform the others when you can, but I couldn't find anything on this.
Yeah.
Anywho.
It also makes me wonder if it's one of those things because, like, I've noticed sometimes in the like, "Am I the asshole?" It's like if it's something to do with a man and like a lady, like the dude's posting it and he's having an altercation with his girlfriend, wife, baby mom, whatever. It's like sometimes the comments will be like, "Well, you're an asshole for not doing whatever." And
it's like, it's
I
like
don't expect my husband to do whatever I want.
No, and I feel like if you do, then you're the asshole in any context, regardless of gender or like orientation.
If I can,
not saying our relationship is the best relationship, but I think it's a pretty damn fucking solid one.
Oh yeah, no, I think you guys have a really healthy relationship, and I mean, like, no relationship's going to be perfect. Nothing in life is going to be perfect. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know.
If I can state this now in regards to that comment, there's like that's one thing I hate about doing through Reddit and why I spend hours sorting through it. I luckily am still grounded, but I've seen YouTubers and people who covered Reddit go from having objective points where they're like going from both sides to all of a sudden be like, well, this guy's a guy, so automatically he's already an asshole, so he should just buckle up and shut the fuck up and do what he's told.
The guy is an asshole. I'm not saying the girl is an asshole. It depends on the person. I'm saying the people can be assholes. I'm not gonna gender identify you as just because you're a woman, you're an asshole, or you're a guy, you're an asshole. I don't do that. So it's as a person, are you an asshole?
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it should be. But I feel like anymore, people just kind of get too caught up on like things like that, or like if it was a thing of like, I don't know, aligning with whatever kind of belief and stuff like that. It's kind of like how we had seen with the one about the Muslim girl. At that bachelor party where it was like people were attacking her just for being Muslim and asking her if she was radical. And it's like that to me is really rude because it's like, dude, she's just expressing her thing of not wanting to wear a bikini in public. So like,
How's that making you radical?
yeah, and it's like it's just literally
that anything wrong with
following
you?
like the Muslim religion. But okay, I guess.
Because as a religion itself, it's not necessarily saying it's bad. As
Yeah.
a religion itself, you have your beliefs, you believe in stuff. It's just what people decide to do because it's like a cult.
Yeah.
Like a cult leader, like
Yeah.
ones that make up their own religions and don't drink the Kool-Aid
There-
shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this now. There is a deleted post, by the way.
Okay.
I'll just read the title, but the post was deleted. It's not up anymore, and this is an old post. It was, if I'm going off memory correctly here, it was, will I be the asshole for sending my son to a camp? And the camp was in quotation marks.
It's one of those like the straight camp or one of those.
Yes,
stupid
it was
wilderness
one of
camps
those,
out in
and I was
Utah.
able to. I remember the
Ugh.
comments because they were so strong. It's like you're sending your son basically to death. Someone
Literally,
said,
yeah.
and underneath
basically.
it was like Opie saying, "I'm just trying to cure him," and someone underneath that said,
It's not a cure.
No.
Traumatizing somebody is not how you cure them.
There
It's like
is-
being gay isn't like a sickness or anything like
there
that.
has been.
No, and if you talk to any one of them, they will tell you straight out. Any gay person will say, "I didn't choose to be this way. This
Yeah.
is who I am, and I'm proud of who I am."
Yeah.
And it's like, let them be proud of who they are.
There
Yeah,
has
because
been-
so many people had to fight for so many things to be able to just have like basic rights, just to be able to like not be beaten and killed, and they still are.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous. Society is so ridiculous when it comes to it. You do not cure something like that.
No.
I just want to state though, it's like I saw that, and that post was taken down later. But I still remember because of how much that OP
I
got
like him.
shat on in the comments.
Good.
And she kept saying, like, I'm just trying to cure him. And I did research after finding that post, and I was like, I looked up almost every stray camp has at least a 25% chance of killing the kid. Because they do,
Yeah.
like, there's this one camp about curing troubled teenagers,
Yeah, out in
and they
Utah,
make
probably.
them go out to the woods, basically,
Uh-huh.
and they have to wipe their asses with rocks. And if they don't do what they're told, they're beaten by the camp counselors.
Yep. There's one that there's like I think a Netflix documentary
I
about
watched it. I
Yeah,
watched it.
I'm pretty sure it was the one that's like out in Utah.
I was waiting for you to say
Uh-huh.
something when you started saying about it. I'm like,
Mhm.
I watched that.
Yep, me too. And that shit was fucked because it was like these kids like they fucking lied to their family to be like, yep, they're doing great, and these kids are like malnourished. They're like,
There was
And
a
then
lot.
he went and took him to like after he got found out for that. He took him somewhere else. Was
Yeah.
there a boat or something? And
something
they were-
like that. Yeah, and it was just like like that's insane, and that's the kind of thing that you're pointing
because
to.
they
like,
were quote unquote bad kids.
yeah, and it's
I'm
like
sorry,
no,
there is no bad child. It is depending on how they're raised, environment they're raised in, people they're raised around.
yep,
And I'm a big
Yep.
believer in like it just depends. There's all these factors that people are not factoring in.
yes,
Like it's not just one definite thing that this kid is just bad. No, you have to look at the whole entire
yeah,
setup. because
Exactly.
There's plenty of things that pull into that.
Which is
Especially if
why
there's
there's such,
mental
like, a-
issues.
yeah, exactly. Which is why
Mhm.
there's such a debate between like the nature and nurture for stuff like that. Because it's like there's
This-
so many factors that go into it, and oftentimes for children, it's like they probably went through some kind of trauma or abuse of some sort in their life, and that's why they act out. It's like nothing's ever that black and white. Oftentimes there's many gray areas for any kind of
you
thing
can't
ever.
just say yes, this is what happened.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, when I was a teenager, my mom always tried to say that I was a bad kid. And it's like, I mean, like, I probably did things that I shouldn't have at times, but, like, all in all, objectively, I wasn't really that bad. I was just depressed. You know what I mean?
My
And
mom
it's
used
like,
to always tell
yeah.
her people, she was like, my kids weren't the greatest. They did things that probably I wouldn't have wanted them to, but my kids are not bad. Like they, don't drink, they don't, do drugs, things like that. Like the thing I did was I got pregnant at 16. And I'm not telling anybody to go out and do that because believe me, it's a hard road. It's one that you think about.
Yeah.
But like that happened, and instead of being mean about it or terrible about it, my mom supported me, and so did my dad. They're like, "All right, this happened. Let's do this. We got to get you through this." I graduated high school. I even went to college.
Mhm.
So it's not like
Twice.
it's not. You can't just say, "Oh, well, this person's bad because they got pregnant at 16." That
Yeah.
makes them a terrible person. Like you're nothing but a whore. I was with one man when I got pregnant.
Yeah, and I also feel too like in the US in particular, I guess now in more recent years they're kind of moving into like comprehensive sex education, but I'm sure when you were in school and when I was in school it was all like abstinence
It's-
only, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
like
special-
just
my-
post.
hey.
Yeah, and it's like kids, and it's been shown through studies countless times that like teenagers and like they're gonna do that kind of stuff anyways because there's like a developmental process. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's something to do with like basically the story that you tell yourself. So kids and young people typically think they're invincible. You know, they think like, oh, you know, I could try
And they don't
fentanyl and
think-
nothing
you-
will
you-
happen, or I
yeah,
could have
you don't
unprotected
think
sex and
about
nothing
the-
will happen.
You
Yeah,
don't think about the consequences when
No.
you're, 16 years
Yeah,
old. You
especially
don't think
if-
about the consequences when you're 15-year-old. doing something.
exactly.
You're not going to sit there and go, yes, this is what's going to happen to me because you don't have that ability to
No,
factor that
No.
in because you're a kid, you're a teenager. You're not built to be like, oh, I can reason this out. I know what's going to happen. You
yeah,
know?
there's like developmental things, and then it's like whenever you stop the education of stuff about how things like that work, it's like, yeah, obviously kids are gonna fall into those kinds of traps because they're not being educated against why
and it
you
depends
shouldn't
on
or
the
how
school,
you should
too,
do it.
I've noticed.
Oh yeah, and like in more recent years, there's more that are pushing for like comprehensive that they'll actually like not just use fear mongering to get kids to swear to be abstinent.
That's another thing. Don't tell a kid what to do. Like,
They literally,
don't make them
literally.
afraid. Like, don't try to fear them into it.
Yes.
It's not gonna work.
No, because it's the same thing with like the war on drugs and stuff, because like I remember like when I was in school, and I'm sure most people have had this experience as well, but it's like, there was like DARE, so it was like weed's a gateway drug, don't ever try it. But then people end up trying it, and then they realize like, hey, it's actually not like nearly as bad as what all these adults are telling me. So then they end up trying things that are a lot more harsh, like crack, coke, stuff like that. And it's like,
If I can say one more thing before we move on to the final story.
Yeah.
My school I went to, their way on teaching us sex education, which I think was the stupidest thing. They would I was in 5th grade. They took all the boys, separate us all into a room, took all the girls into another room, made us watch a 5-minute video about how the genitals work on the guy, and that was it. And some people asked, like, well, how does this work to avoid, like, all this stuff? And, like, there were some people who asked actual questions, and it's like, they just kept pointing at the video. Like, that's all you need to know. And it's like, really? Really? Now, granted, this was in, like, 2000, like, early, like, 2010s era. And I still think school is still shit because it probably doesn't do anything more than that.
No,
but
probably not. Well, I mean, so I went to, I don't know, because you were there until 10th grade, right?
Okay, so to explain this publicly, I've mentioned before that I'm a cyber school graduate. I was in public school until 10th grade. I
Okay,
left due
that's
to
I thought it was 9.
I finished my freshman year. I was in my sophomore year. I just started sophomore when I was pulled out.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you said it was in your 10th grade, but I mean, like, so you probably also went through the health classes that they had, like, in earlier.
Oh, they were
that.
stupid.
They were stupid because I remember they were all about fear mongering. Like, they would have like a big picture of like a blue waffle on the fucking projector, and then they would be like, "That's what happens if you have sex." And then they had like kids. They just like randomly called kids and was like, "Say that these two fucked, but then they fucked those people, so now all these people have now fucked." And it's just like that's insane. And I mean, like, yeah, okay, kind of. There's a bit of accuracy to that. You can think of it.
The one thing
but it's like fear mongering children and teenagers particularly. They're gonna fucking revolt. It's just like teenagers.
You know what I told my daughter?
What?
I looked straight at her and said, I did the 16 and pregnant thing. It was a rough road. But I'm telling you right now, you get pregnant when you're 16, baby girl, you're still going to graduate. You're going to take care of that kid. You are going to grow up. So you make your choice. I'm getting you on birth control because I'm not taking any chances. And that's exactly what I did. I had her set up. I was like, this is what's going to happen because I ain't stupid.
Yep.
I'm not that parent that's going to be like, oh, yeah, I did it, but I'm going to tell my kids they can't. You're going to do what you're going to do. And that time is going to come where you either feel pressured to do it or you're like your mother.
Throwing yourself under the bus there, are we?
And you're going to do what you want to do. Or whatever the case may be. And it's better to be prepared.
Yeah, and it's better to also have the support in place, too.
Yeah, I always said to her, condoms, because even if you're on birth control, I want you to have that, because I always said to her, you're not mentally ready to have a kid. And if you are, we're going to do this together, but you better bet your sweet ass I am not taking care of this child full time. You will do it. Yeah. You will be home after school to do it. You will still go to school and do it. You will still do everything that needs to be done and take care of this baby.
Yep. And I think that's the way that parents should be, because it was like my mom would give me weird rhymes about stuff. So like my mom didn't intend to have me. I was just kind of like, haha, here I am. And so she would always say, those who play have to pay. And that was my like sex education at home. It was just like, those who play have to pay. So if you do it, you're fucked, and it's like, well, okay. So then that was just like a lot of like anxiety, and trying to navigate that because it was like school didn't teach me how to have safe sex.
Listen, I'll say this right now. I'm
Mhm.
glad I had the mother I had,
Yeah.
especially father, after I was 10.
Yeah.
Because I learned a lot more, I think, from my parents than anything the school could have taught me. Like, I will say this right now. Many people are like, oh, I learned all this in school. It helped me so much. Okay, that helped you because you got something into that field. But from my school, all of what I learned I consider kind of useless stuff because true, it's like you learned about the wars and what happened there, but it's like in general things like taxes or money or like anything to like live off of you didn't know. I luckily had my mother and my stepfather and my grandparents who did luckily teach me, and I was luckily really good at math that I knew how to do budget management.
Yeah. We did have some classes. You might have left before. Well, because no, I think
There was one class called home ec, and all it was just writing this book on how to do a check.
Well, so there was that, but I remember I think it was like 9th grade world history. I think that was it. We did like a brief thing about how to have a budget, and then my senior year, I remember I took business math because I was like, I want to learn how to do my taxes. I want to be useful.
Well, actually,
Good to know
it is. It is.
Actually, no. When I went to cyber school, this is something that's going to praise cyber school. So anybody out there who always says like, "Oh, cyber school kids are so broken. They never adjusted to real life." No, I went to cyber school and I had a class called consumer math. And what? Oh yeah, I took 2 math courses and I passed both of them with I think A pluses or the highest score I could get in them because I did really good in math. I was always good at it. And consumer math taught you basically how to manage a budget, how to balance it with taxes, food, like how to weigh the pros and cons of going out to eat, for example, if you didn't feel like cooking. Like all this stuff that I do technically use nowadays. Business math helped me manage a budget when it comes to certain things in my life, like paying bills. And it's like, like I'm lucky enough that I had those and I passed those. I passed those things flawlessly, and I was really happy I took them.
Yeah.
But
on to the next story.
Yeah, enough talk about this. Let's go on to the final Am I the Asshole story. This one got cross-posted to Am I the Devil? Am I the asshole for continuing my workout routine after my baby was born?
What?
Am I the asshole for continuing my workout routine after baby was born?
Like,
I guess it like I guess it depends. Like if you're doing it to like an orthorexia point, then like maybe. But like if you're just like, oh man, I'm doing things healthily and doing this for me, then it's like probably not because endorphins.
Yeah,
but I guess
you need that extra.
Yeah,
like stuff to do.
I just dropped something on the floor over here.
Well, why'd you do that?
I didn't mean to. I accidentally bumped this and it shot off. And
it's my thing for my son.
Can you look over there real quick?
My secret skill is that I can find things that are hard to find. If it's like obvious, I'll never find it. It's what? It is my superpower.
Anyway, while she's looking, I'll read the post. Father to a 5-week-old baby. I love him a lot. I'm working and wife does a lot of childcare as she's on mat leave, which is maternity leave.
Yeah.
Outside of work, I only want an hour to hour and a half, 5 nights a week to be able to work out. It's beginning to cause friction as wife wants me to do more childcare, even though I do make myself available for at least a couple hours a night after gym. I also do 50-50 on weekends, that since I'm not working those days, it's easy to do more baby care. Also fit my workout in. I work out both those days and only 3 days through the week. I don't hang out with my friends. Yeah.
That is?
It is, yeah.
The only thing?
That was the only thing, don't worry. I don't hang out with friends, don't go out anywhere. My gym is in my basement. My workout is my antidepressant. I also used to be an alcoholic, and I've never been mentally stable or sober without a solid workout routine. Not ever. Wife seems to resent the fact that I'm continuing to make time for my workout routine. For myself, though, it's almost a matter of life and death. Without my gym, I stand a pretty good chance of falling back into depression and returning to alcohol. I quit alcohol and started working out 17 years ago. Am I the ass for simply wanting to maintain my mental health and sobriety?
I don't think so, because it's like not like he's neglecting the childcare and everything like that. You know what I mean? Because I still personally think that parents deserve to also have.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's doing a workout in the morning and night, and he only takes care of the kid after he gets back from his workout at the gym. So he wakes up, goes to the gym, then goes to work.
His gym is in the house too. You heard that?
Yeah. But I take it he probably closed himself off from the rest of the house so he doesn't have to stop. Then he goes back down to his gym, and then he goes spend time with the baby.
I think you should honestly probably cut out one of them.
Yeah.
Keep
Only
your
doing
workup out. Keep it where like probably right after you get off work, do it then. And then that way, or in the morning before you go to work, if that's the best way, because he's got to understand she's with that baby 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And it does, as because he might want to keep his mental stability going, but she's the one who's probably dealing with postpartum depression.
Yeah.
She has constantly having to take a baby. You don't know if she's breastfeeding. That takes a toll on a woman too.
Mhm.
Like we literally popped a kid out. You literally did things to your body that we can never get back. Like it does damage to your body to carry a child, and it does damage to you mentally when you have a child because it takes so much from you. And then, she needs rest.
Right.
Like, don't cut out your workout routine. I understand that that's what he needs to keep himself going and to keep himself on the right track. Cut back on it. Like, why not do a half hour in the morning and a half hour at night?
Or just do one either in the morning or at night, because it's like I feel like parents, both of them, not just one.
Couple hours a night after gym. I do make myself available for at least a couple hours, so 1 to 2 hours, maybe 3 hours at most. He probably makes himself available after his gym.
Yeah, it's like I feel like he needs to do childcare, and it sounds like he is to an extent, but it's like if anything, like you had said, cut down one of those exercise things because I still think that parents
cut back a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think that parents, like both genders, deserve to have something that is their own. You know what I mean? Because it's like kids take up a vast majority of your identity once you have them. So it's like you have to do things that allow you to be your own person too. Because that's not fair.
Who did it on her own.
Yeah, exactly, and that wasn't fair. Yeah, watching my mom do it on her own, difficult as fuck.
It was very hard. I mean, I would love to have had the husband I do now then.
Yeah.
And I did all of that by myself, and it does take it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only in my 20s, but still, it was like.
It's still though. Yeah. I'm in my 20s, and I couldn't imagine.
So
I know Max and I were talking about that because she was like, "Oh man. When my mom was my age, she had 2, and it was like, dog, when your mom was my age, she had all 3 of you." It's like I couldn't even imagine having 1, let alone 3, and doing it on your own. Like,
okay.
And having a job.
Yes, like I just do school and work, and I want to die. Like I couldn't imagine.
To my statement on this is, I do think he is an asshole because it seems like he's doing this exercise as also with an excuse because he's trying to do it to. I have to do this to maintain my sobriety. I need to be sober, so I need to keep constantly working out.
He may be using it as a crutch too for that fact. Like he might be thinking that if he doesn't do this, would that give him more of a reason to go out drinking? But it wouldn't, because you would have your mindset would be, I'm going to work out, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to come home, and I'm going to take care of my baby.
Yeah,
because that baby should be your mindset. That's where he needs to focus. What he puts into his workouts needs to be focused on the kid too. So it's not like, don't revolve your, like, I know you need that time to work out. Do that what you need to do. But at the same time, you can cut back a little bit. That way it gives her a little more time to kind of do what she needs to do. Like take a freaking hot shower. Do you know how hard that is when you're a mom?
Oh my God, I babysat for a girl I was friends with the kid like a couple of times, and it was almost impossible to find time to shower. Like that was insane to me. I was like, how do you get anything done? Because I couldn't do anything. Not a single fucking thing.
Exactly. It's like just to be able to get a hot shower and to be able to have, 20 minutes to yourself was not something I had.
Yeah.
I did not have that luxury.
No, especially when you had 3 kids.
You guys were in the bathroom with me. I did not. And my showers were very fast. I was in, I was out, I was dressed, I was moving on to the next thing. And my life revolved around that. And it would have been nice
to have a break.
To have that, where you could take a 20-minute flipping shower. Like, dude, settle the hell down. I understand you need it for your sobriety, but she needs it for her mental stability.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's not an asshole for wanting to work out, but he's an asshole for wanting to overdo it.
No, he isn't an asshole for wanting to do it for keeping himself healthy and to keep himself on the track he needs to be on. That I completely understand. But you need to take that energy that you focus on that and focus it on the baby and your wife.
Yes. I never understood why people would like have kids if they didn't want to have like any part in like childbearing, because it's like if it takes 2 to tango to make it, it takes 2 to like care for it.
Yeah.
There's a saying I always hear where people are like, "Oh, it takes a village to raise a child." Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like, don't say that like all the fucking. Sometimes a single mom. like this is something I hate too, is people go out to single parents for this.
Mhm.
Single parents are sometimes better off than dual
Mhm.
parents. Because, like I said, I was technically raised by a single mom for the first 10 years of my life, and I turned out fine.
I was raised by a single mom for like all of my life. My parents divorced when I was like, I don't know, 6, maybe 7 at the latest. You know, and it was like that was a far healthier environment for me than when my parents were
Sometimes it is
married.
the best
Yeah,
balance.
and it's like sometimes people have this like twisted idea or like this myth that they believe where it's like, oh well, kids are not going to be well adjusted, but it's like there again, studies have shown that kids that come from single parents, you know, I mean, like, yeah, okay, ideally, if you can find like a healthy relationship, yeah, that's the most ideal scenario to raise your kids in. But like, if the options are either single parenthood or being like in an abusive relationship, it's like, you know, single parenthood
Single
is going to
is
be better.
better.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to read the top comment.
Mhm.
You're the asshole with an excuse. Maintain your sobriety is number one, but maybe you could do a shorter workout on half of your workout days.
Mhm.
But you still need to step up more. Your wife works 24/7 with that baby.
Mhm.
You must give her decompression time, even if it cuts
Mhm.
into your sleep. I guarantee you are getting more sleep than she is.
Oh, absolutely.
OP responded to this comment saying, I mean, I did already cut out an extra hour of my cardio.
No.
It's like, okay, fine, but you're still probably like spending like hours a day doing this, and she's just spending the entire time with the kid, aside for those few hours that you're like, okay, yeah, I'm back from the gym, I'm done with my workout, and I can only assume he's probably like tired and like
And I bet you any
slumped.
money, it's usually probably when the baby's sleeping.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He's
What?
like, oh, I'll watch when
When he actually has time to actually sit down and watch the baby. I bet you any money, it's like some of that is sleeping time.
Oh, very
He
much.
probably holds them and then puts them to bed or her, whatever. Puts the baby to bed.
It's him.
It's a him. Okay, so he puts them to bed, and that's probably what it is. And she's probably so exhausted, she probably like completely collapses on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
There is another comment here where OP did respond to this one. Gemini Speaks said this. You're the asshole. Have you ever heard of a married single parent? It's when a married person lives almost like a single person because their partner lacks accountability, responsibility, and displays weaponized incompetence. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
The married single parent struggles with abandonment, resentment, and isolation because their partners are unable to leave the home and adult. While the married single person is on their own with a little one or ones, and a home to care for. Your presence should be present with your wife and child. OP respond to this. I did mention how I have zero life outside of work, family, and a small amount of gym time though. I'm not going out drinking with the guys, and this was all stuff she signed up for and agreed to. I made sure to have the conversation with her well beforehand. Small gym time. No.
No, if you're doing it multiple times a day when you have the
You are
newborn,
doing
it's like,
it
that's not small gym
when you
time.
get up. He says, I do it when I get up in the morning, before I go to work, and after work. So he is doing it before work and after work. He's doing gym work. And it's probably like, no, I can't help you. I have to go do workouts. I'm going to start drinking. And it's like, and you're just doing this.
He's using it as a crutch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to try to like play like to make her feel
I
bad.
mean, I'm not saying you don't need that. Like, you need something when you're an alcoholic or a drug addict or whatever you're addicted to.
Yeah.
You need something to take your mind off of that so you don't have that urge. But that's why I'm saying you still do it, but you do it a little less and put that time into focusing on your kid and not wanting to go. Because you can kind of focus what you need to on where you want. And if he's been doing this, he can refocus.
To give an example here, there are people out there who have kids who are massive gamers or something like that. They still find a way to balance video games with their kids. For example, YouTubers.
Yeah, right.
Like, pull example here, a YouTuber with a kid who also partner was also technically an influencer as well. They both were able to find time to raise their 2 kids at the same time as doing all the stuff they need to do, like making videos, editing videos, posting videos, doing all that stuff. They still spent time with their kid a good chunk of the time that they were never alone, and people still got breaks.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
babysat other people's kids.
That is the end of Reddit part. Now, I'll be passing this over to... we'll be doing now weird laws that, frankly, make no goddamn sense.
Okay.
Am I correct in the fact they make no goddamn sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Alright, so passing this over to the mother side. I remember if you guys do want to hear more Reddit or more of these kind of things, please tell us.
All right. These are the dumb law lists that I have found. We'll go over some of them. All right. We're going to go to Alabama. Hello, anybody from Alabama? This is your strange laws. All right. In Anniston, you may not wear blue jeans down Noble Street.
So then, can you wear black jeans, white jeans, or just
Purple jeans?
Yeah.
So I like the picture. It's like the streets is full of a bunch of people like, oh yeah, it's quite. They just see someone blue, just like, oh, the poverty is here. Quickly, honey, fetch the kids. The poverty has come.
They're just like, get the police.
Oh, these the working class
You're walking down
jeans.
the road going,
Yeah, they're like, how dare you on Noble Street?
Us nobles have been insulted by the presence of you workers. Peasants, all of you.
all right. Ready for, we're still in Alabama.
Okay.
Bear wrestling matches are prohibited.
It's probably for the better.
Well,
Yeah, you would, is that the person wrestling?
Yeah, I was just wondering that. Like, is that like dog fighting but with bears, or is that like me and this bear about to like fucking,
I just like
you
the
know?
pictures. It's like in a park, and I'm just like, you're giving me back my fucking picnic baskets. Bring it, motherfucker. Roar. Let's go.
I just want to know if the person wrestling that bear.
Yeah.
I mean, are you taking on that bear, bitch?
Wait, hang on. It's also this too, maybe. In this corner, weighing at 460 pounds, we have the black bear Grizzle. In this corner, 470 pounds, the brown bear Smash. I want a good, clean fight. Go.
And it's like, at first, I thought you were gonna say like the other person was like weighed more than the bear, and I was like, damn.
I don't know how much a bear normally weighs. I else I would have
Yeah,
done
me
it.
neither.
Okay, dominoes may not be played on Sunday.
That is the Lord's day.
You're not supposed to be doing anything on
Nope.
that
I just like the picture of kids like, Mom, I want to play with my dominoes. No, honey, no. I don't want to go to jail for this.
day. I wonder if anybody actually tries to like push these laws.
I feel like it's kind of like so when I was driving through Colorado, there were a bunch of signs that said like the left lane was illegal unless you were passing, but then it was like I noticed that people who were from Colorado with like the Colorado plates followed that, but everybody else did not. And so I was like, you know, it made me laugh, but then I was telling my mom about it and she was like, well, it's probably one of those things that like technically that's what it's supposed to be, but it's not like super enforced, and that's probably what some of them.
All right. This one I think is a good rule. I'm going to say this is a good law. It is illegal for a driver to be blindfolded while operating a vehicle.
I'm
How
also
the-
inclined to say yes.
I want
I
to
mean,
know.
like, what are we trying to do here? Somebody did this. That's the thing. Somebody did these laws for them to make them
Yeah.
real laws.
I just imagine whoever had to write that one was like, I don't even know why we have to include this one, but okay, guys.
I like the
Who
picture.
is bear wrestling?
I like to picture
Yeah.
this. Just, hey, Johnny, you know what would be funny? Blindfold yourself and drive down that street. Sure thing, Jack. Let's go! As he's like falls trying to get in the car.
What if they
Yep.
were sober doing it?
Oh my, then it's even worse.
You never know.
You never do.
Did
know.
Dumb and Dumber come to town?
Yep.
All right. Okay, we got it. It is illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church.
It's just like, wait, I just like to picture someone actually has like a real mustache on, and
And
it
they
looks.
think it's fake. Oh my god, yeah.
They just come in and someone just that's funny, man. It's like, woo! It's my real mustache. Pull it off. Ah! He super glued it. It's real.
I could see that.
All right. Okay, wait. It is illegal to drive the wrong way down a one-way street if you have a lantern attached to the front of your automobile.
So then, does that mean if you don't have the lantern that it's cool?
I'm wondering.
I'm just gonna pass this over to someone else to make the joke for this one because I don't got anything for a lantern
I mean,
joke besides
like,
just old lighthouse
First off,
keeper.
you're not driving a coach and buggy with the lantern attached to it.
Are you in P?
Second off, it's illegal to drive the wrong way down a one-way street. I'm pretty sure in anywhere it is illegal to
Yeah.
drive the wrong way.
That's why it's like
down
a one-way
street.
street.
just
It's
like
not
the
like a
picture, like-
suggestion, you know. They're not like, "Hey guys, it'd be like really cool if you could possibly go this way." If not, though, totally understood.
All right. It is considered in Montgomery. This
Yeah.
is in Montgomery. It is considered an offense to open an umbrella on a street for fear of it spooking horses.
Okay. I mean,
So
it
that
sounds
must
like
be an older one.
Montgomery just has like bitch ass horses. You know, like you fucking afraid of an umbrella. You're like way bigger than
Oh,
it.
I just saw that face change.
I have a problem with this one.
Yeah.
I really do. You cannot chain your alligator to a fire hydrant. What if I'm out walking my damn alligator and I need to stop somewhere and I just need to chain him there for a couple minutes?
Yeah, it's like people with the dogs. I'm trying to go into this establishment. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know?
Yeah, like just don't step close to him.
Yeah, just like watch
I just
out.
like to picture an alligator stare just chained to it, and we just have like everyone's looking, just like, are you gonna do
Somebody
it?
did this.
Are you
Think
gonna?
about it.
Yeah.
Somebody did this.
Hey, you go over there and unchain that bastard.
Alabama, you may not drive barefoot.
I think a lot of states are like that.
But like in Pennsylvania, you're supposed to not be able to drive barefoot. But I looked it up and they said that is actually not a law for here.
Interesting.
I was about to say that's not because a lot of people do take off their
just let
shoes.
anybody in Alabama know that you may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time.
That to me makes it seem like somebody had some like that. Like you ever like I don't know what the fetish is called, but there's one where people like to sit on cakes and foods and things. And so
yeah.
I feel like some freak out there was like, can't wait to feel this cold ice
So
cream.
they just
cone
like
on my
put it in their
ass.
back
And they were just
pocket.
like doing it in public, and the Alabamans were just like, "That's nasty.
Stop it.
Illegal.
Back
No.
pocket ice cream just melting. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh that chocolate goodness all over my bad buttocks.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay, just turn this way. Keep going, Susie. Don't look at the weird man with the ice cream.
Like, like I just imagine the kids like, "Mommy, I want ice cream." It's like, "You do not want that ice cream."
But mommy, it looks fun. I want to do it. No, you don't. I'm not cleaning your pants.
All right, now we're moving to Alaska.
All right.
So anybody in Alaska, these are the few laws that I found there that are not really right. Even though it is illegal to hunt a bear, it is illegal. Or even though it is legal to hunt a bear, it is illegal to wake a bear and take a picture for photo opportunities.
I feel like that's probably a recent one since like social media. Like I could just totally see some stupid travel influencer being like, "Hey, look," and then like getting mauled on like
Yeah, 'cause you're
Facebook
being
Live.
dumb. That is
Yeah.
dumb. That right there is actually a good law for dumb people.
Yes.
Can't
like,
you just? I
yeah.
just like to
Because
pic.
why in the hell would you see a sleeping bear and say to yourself, "I need to wake this bear up so I can get a picture of it"?
I just like to picture like,
Literally.
hey, take a. You stand right there. I'm gonna get in front of this bear here. Bear, they just like, get up, you fucking bear. Let's go. And like the bear's just coming down. It's like, got the holy shit. Ah!
And it turns out it's like the last photo that you ever got of them.
It's like the photo at their funeral, just like last shot of them.
It turns out they had an
Before
iPhone,
the
so it's a
incident.
live photo, and you see the bear link.
It's the last photo before the incident.
It's
Yeah.
it's like a before and after, like before, after.
Just like a pile of blood.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
guts.
in Alaska, it is illegal to whisper in someone's ear while they are moose hunting.
I mean, that's probably a good rule, I guess, because
That's how you get
weird.
shot.
Yeah, but it like I think I told. Oh, sorry, but I think I told you this when we read that one earlier. That it's like all I could think about is that meme that's like, "Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear." You know what I mean? It's just like that. Just I don't know. That seems like kind of a dumb, opportune time to whisper in someone's
Yeah,
ear.
like if they have a gun.
Yeah.
You have a gun. Why? Why?
Right? Yeah.
Why are you chancing fate?
Yeah, literally.
Okay, it is considered an offense to push a live moose out of a moving airplane. Why?
I have a lot of questions about that one.
That's me too. Like,
Is
why?
are you
Like,
just trying to piss off Canada and like
what are you doing? to that poor moose?
Yeah, literally. Like, why is the moose in a moving airplane? First and
First off-
foremost, like they're not like they don't know how to use the bathroom, so you can end up with like moose poop.
Maybe that's why they pushed him out.
They're like, quit shitting on the floor. But also,
But
like,
why would you push him out?
I don't know.
doing?
Yeah, like, are you just like giving him a parachute? Like, you know, like, is it illegal if he has a parachute, or is it like, you know? Like, I mean, I feel like either way, you probably shouldn't do any of that.
This one is odd. Kangaroos are not allowed in a barber shops at any time. Are kangaroos in Alaska?
I don't think so.
For all the Alaska folks out there that may listen to this, are there kangaroos there?
Let's consult my girl Google, because like kangaroos are like an Australian thing, and that's like a complete different
Yeah, that's
climate
not
than
climate.
Alaska. Kangaroos in Alaska. And according to the internet, no, there are not kangaroos in Alaska.
I like the picture.
So somebody just had a pet kangaroo,
Yeah.
took it in a barber shop, and probably said, "Hey, yo, can you go ahead and pat my kangaroo's hair.
And then he didn't like it, so then he got his like little fists out.
Yeah,
you know,
'cause,
like
you know,
kangaroos
they're
be like,
muscle-bound,
oh my
man.
god, dude, yeah, they're swole as fuck. They're like
they're scary looking.
they
I just
are.
like
They're
the-
like
muscular.
Just picture this, like an Australian guy comes up there, that's just like, hey, could you, I can't do
no,
Australian.
you
Don't
can't.
do this.
That was
I can just picture them like,
that was the worst.
that was more like 1920s. Like, hey, son, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like that was.
yeah.
I don't know
hey,
what
can you
that
cut my
was.
hair? And just like kangaroo's just standing like, why do you have a kangaroo? Ah, he's my mate. And just meanwhile, like he goes to cut the hair, kangaroo sets the stage next thing you know, just hear this. Oh, wall smash. Looked over, just guy stuck in wall, dead. Kangaroo sitting there, back legs out.
All right, the next one, we're back to mooses.
Okay.
What the fuck's with all the mooses
Alright,
one?
so-
Oh, Canada.
Moose may not be viewed from an airplane. So it's the same moose that's flying, being pushed out of the
Yeah.
airplane, being viewed while it's going.
Oh, so then everybody else on the other plane gets arrested because they were like, "Is that a moose?" And then the cops are like, "Woo!"
I don't know. I'm waiting. All right. Now we're moving on to Arizona. So
All right.
anybody from Arizona, these are your dumb laws. All right. Donkeys cannot sleep in bathtubs. Why?
Where the fuck did you get a donkey first off? Second
Well,
off, why
actually-
did you put it in the fucking
So,
bathtub?
Donkeys are a thing that's just out there in like the American Southwest. But I think they call them burros though, because I saw one actually. When I mean not.
But what if they want to sleep in a
Arizona.
bathtub? There's no reason
Yeah,
why a donkey
Like,
cannot
come on,
sleep
man!
in a
I've slept in
Hey,
a bathtub.
hey.
They're not that bad.
I got a joke.
Okay.
Just picture this. Okay, donkey, get in the bath. I gotta bathe you. And next thing you know, like halfway through the scrub, you just hear this. Like a donkey sleep. He's like, ah, shit. Woo! Wait, he passed out. I was just trying to bathe him.
Okay, this is in Glendale. Cars may not be driven in reverse. How? How?
He's listen. You guys just like you have like does everybody in Glendale have like loopy
Yeah, like
driveways?
turnabouts? Do you
Yeah.
have like, can you just like loop out? Like, how? How can you go without
I
ever going in
just,
reverse?
how do you parallel park then?
You don't.
Apparently, you don't. Apparently, you can't do anything like that in Glendale.
What the fuck Glendale is this law?
All right, now apparently in Arizona, you're not allowed to hunt camels because hunting camels is prohibited.
Okay. I'm not really
Poachers
sure that
everywhere
you would
cry.
find camels in Arizona.
Why would you want to hunt one?
I don't know.
I mean, ride one, I could see.
yeah,
Like
pet
you know,
one. Yeah,
Yeah, love one.
If there's
Yeah.
a law in this list that says you're not allowed to ride this animal, it's like a bear or a cane or like any of these, I'll be like, so now we know who did that. We know why that law is enforced. And I just picture my mother on a camel. It's like, look what I've done. I'm just like, Mom, that's illegal.
All right, this one's lovely. It is illegal for men and women over the age of 18 to have less than one missing tooth visible while smiling.
Wait, what?
That's
It is illegal for men and women over the age of 18 to have less than one missing tooth visible when smiling.
So they need to have more than one tooth missing.
no, you can't.
So if you
Wait.
wait,
It's illegal for them to have less than one. So you have to have at least one missing tooth.
to be visible. So if you have a whole set of teeth, how does that?
I like to picture they're like,
I don't understand this law.
I just like to picture it's like, okay, happy 18th birthday, come here. They're just like, okay, you're gonna have to line. We're taking a group photo. You're smiling. All right, I'll knock out some good teeth out of you.
Just gotta get the two front ones, I guess. That's I don't know.
Just starts
Because,
beating 'em up to, like,
I'm pretty
8.
sure I've seen people in Arizona with all of their teeth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not, like Arizona.
Actually,
I'm
one of my
pretty
friends
sure-
is from Arizona,
Yeah,
and he
they
has all of
probably
his
got-
teeth.
yeah,
He
like,
does.
You can't just sit there and say they don't have all their teeth.
No.
Sweet home Alabama.
Isn't that copyrighted? You better watch.
That part isn't. That's a meme.
No, but it's copyrighted, isn't it? Because it's a song. I'd be careful. what
If
you
I
say.
said, if that was the case, then it would be anything I've said so far would be
That's
copyrighted.
it. The police are coming for you now.
Oh no!
Woo!
All right. It is unlawful to refuse a person a glass of water.
I can get down with that one because
Depending
you.
on the person.
Well, I mean, y'all living in like the desert in Arizona.
I watched a document or a little thing for somebody who killed someone,
oh, okay.
and they wanted a glass of water, and the woman took him up to the house to get a glass of water, and then he killed her.
Okay, yeah, you make
So
a good point.
I'm not sure about that glass of water. I think you should be able to say, if you look freaking creepy, I'm not giving you water. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess if you like come up to my house, I'm just not gonna open the door. Like if you're a rando and you come to my house, I'm not opening the door. I'm not here. I don't give a fuck if it's in my
You just
house.
hear this outside. I need a glass of water. It's like shit.
It's like, damn it, this law.
Throw a bottle of water at him
Out the window. Here you go, bud.
They're just like, the glass water law. Damn it.
It's like, no. Huh? Oh, Mojave.
Mojave?
Mhm.
Okay, Mojave County. A decree declares that anyone caught stealing soap must wash with it until it is all used up. So all you people out there stealing your soaps, you gotta use
Watch
them up.
out. Yep. You go to Bath and Body Works and steal. Haha, they're gonna make you do that there. They're gonna like watch you just pump it out and they're just gonna keep having you like fucking do that. Your foamy soap, your hands are gonna be so dry.
Oh my god.
By the time you're done, you're just there like, oh.
You're gonna have to steal yourself a lotion after that.
Wait, no. This is what they do. They do that, and then they're just like, I need a glass of water. Shit, glass water law. They got us.
All right, now we're moving to Arkansas. A law provides that school teachers who bob their hair will not get a raise.
Hear that, Karens?
All the Karens everywhere weep. They have to leave.
This one right here, this one makes me sad. Alligators may not be kept in bathtubs. First you tell me in another state I can't, up there in whatever state that was, what was that?
Arizona?
Alaska?
Alabama.
No, yeah.
Alabama, I'm not allowed to attach my alligator to a fire hydrant. Now you're telling me I can't keep one in a bathtub in Arkansas.
And you can't even keep a donkey in a bathtub in Arizona.
No,
like, come on.
why are you telling me?
Like,
I
we just
wanna
wanna
know
have
what
our animals
led to
with good
this.
hygiene.
I want to know.
I want my. What if he's dry? He might need water.
Yeah.
I want to know what led to these laws so bad.
All right, Arkansas must be pronounced Arkansas.
They should totally arrest me because I like to call it Arkansas.
That's what. It looks
And I also
like.
like to call Kansas like Kansas or like Kansas.
Yeah, it's like
Arrest me.
don't mess with my sewing machine.
No, I'm just doing this.
You
It's
mess
messing
up
with
my
it.
thing. You mess up my things, and it doesn't work. You're gonna be buying me another one, buddy. All right. In Arkansas, it is illegal to buy or sell blue light bulbs.
Where the? So I guess Christmas trees don't exist there.
Well, they probably do. They just have to use not blue. Like, I just imagine you get like the Tutti Frutti lights, and they have to like unscrew all of the blue ones.
You know what I'm picturing? I picture like someone from like another state moves over. They're like, okay, put up the Christmas tree. It has like a blue lights on it, and all of a sudden just, whew, they got lights. Turn them down.
All right, now we're moving on to California. So we're in the C's now, and California, you got a few.
Okay.
Quite a few.
All right. Baldwin Park. Nobody is allowed to ride a bicycle in a swimming pool.
Probably for the better.
Is it
I
that
feel like
would
some
do
bitch
that?
probably drowned in like Baldwin Park because they were like, "Hey, Tommy, do you think I can like ride a bike at the bottom of the swimming pool?" Oh yeah, man.
You know what's bad? You know what's bad? If you were to bet me enough, I would probably do it.
Well, not in California, you won't.
No, because you'll go to jail.
$100 says you can't do it. Just like, all right.
Pay my fine. Pay my fine, guys.
All right, in Blythe, you are not permitted to wear cowboy boots unless you already own at least 2 cows.
They're like, we don't want any fucking posers here. You're not a real cowboy if you don't have 2 cows. Keep the boots off your feet.
You just see a guy walk in, has like a belt buckle on, cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. Like, hang on, we gotta verify. How many cows you got? I have 1. She's in labor. You're not a cowboy that get those stuff. Walk home barefoot.
You gotta wait for that calf to be born.
All right, I think this is Burlingame.
I think so.
So hopefully I'm not butchering it. Burlingame. It is illegal to spit except at a baseball diamond. So,
if you got phlegm while you walking, you better find the nearest baseball park.
yep. Caramel ice cream may not be eaten while standing on the sidewalk.
The fuck?
That
Now-
one was repealed when Clint Eastwood was mayor.
Yeah, when Clint Eastwood was mayor, he repealed that one, which I've read that. Or watched that on something.
Yeah. Interesting.
Women may not wear high heels while in the city limits.
All right, found my new place.
I just like to picture like this one woman's on a day, she's wearing heels and all this. The second she steps into the city, she swarmed and they just grab her heels and cut the heel part off. There, now you're fine.
All right, so this must be just for California. Like some of these say
Yeah,
names for the
yeah.
places, some of these don't. So, community leaders passed an ordinance that makes it illegal for anyone to try and stop a child from playfully jumping over puddles of water. What?
I respect that one because
Why
don't
would they
fucking shit
even?
on my joy. You know what? Some fucking rude ass community leader was yelling at a kid, and then California lawmakers were like, "Not on my watch."
I mean, like that is like wow.
I'm 26 and I still playfully jump over puddles. Thank you very much.
I've even done that too. Like there was like this big hole, and I would try to see if I could constantly jump over the water when I went on a walk.
Yeah, like
Because I was like, I'm not getting my
shoes.
shoes wet. Let's see if I can get over this.
Yeah, it's like what's gonna happen? Am I just gonna get wet? Let's find out.
Okay, now in Hollywood, it is illegal to drive more than 2,000 sheep down Hollywood Boulevard at one time.
So then you can drive like 199, 1,199.
Imagine if it was
As long
alpacas.
as it's not 2,000.
Hey,
So what
imagine.
about goats though? Could I have like 2001 goats?
It just says sheep.
Okay, so
Hang on,
goats,
hang
goats
on.
are still in the question.
Is it bad? I'm just picturing that with alpacas and Johnny Depp running down the street. They're just like, alpacas. It's like, well, we gotta update the law. Add alpacas.
Okay. In California, it is illegal to have caller ID.
I would fucking hate that because I'm kind of living for like the scam likely or to know
well,
that
the
it's my
thing is
mom.
on our cell phones, we don't have a choice. They already say it.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I guess
I
not
just-
for California. If you put your location as California, they're like, oh nope, you
Nope.
just get
You
like
just do this.
caller.
You're like, your phone's gonna call. You look at it and it just says like name. And you're like, oh shit. Damn, he has caller ID. No.
In California, it's against regulations to let phones ring more than 9 times in the state offices.
I mean,
Can we have that everywhere?
yeah,
please?
literally,
Yeah, like that would be a nice
that would
law.
be kind of nice.
They would have to fucking answer.
Just to let you know, if you're ever in trouble in California or trying to help someone who's in trouble in California, it is illegal to cry on the witness stand.
That's kind of crazy because I feel like, especially given some heinous crimes, it's like crying is just kind of a thing when you like
just,
bridge up trauma.
I just like to picture someone on the witness stand. Like, okay, can you tell us where they stabbed your parents or something? And just like they stabbed. She has to go to jail. She cried. God damn.
All right, and Lodi?
Sure.
We're going with Lodi, guys. Hope I'm not messing it up. It's illegal to own or sell silly string.
I wonder what happened. Like, I just feel like somebody had like too much.
Happened.
Yeah, like someone had like too much silly string, and they were like, you know what? That's it.
I can't do it. I can't do this joke. It's not good enough. I can't do it. It's bad.
I just can
Okay.
say that somebody probably they had some silly string and
They
probably
got-
wild.
They got too silly with the silly
Yeah,
string.
I bet both of them were quite happy afterwards with that silly string.
Oh, probably not if you're using it in like a sex context, because like I feel like
Ew.
silly string would fuck up your pH.
Yeah, something.
Sounds like UTI waiting to happen.
You
Like,
forget.
wait,
You forget. There are dumb people in this world.
There absolutely are.
I mean, these laws should exist because of this
All
reason.
right, now one of
Mhm.
my favorite laws, the dumbest laws in California. This one makes me giggle. It is illegal to set a mouse trap without a hunting license. So anyone out there that has a mouse problem in California, you have to have a hunting license to set your mouse trap.
So do they
What
have
if your
like they have like
cat-
a mouse hunting season then, like
Hang on.
mousetrap season?
Hang on, hang
Like
on,
we
I've-
can only set mouse traps from the months of February to March.
Hang on, I have a question.
And not on Sundays.
Yeah.
Hang on, aren't cats technically mouse traps too? So does that mean you can't have a cat?
No, set a mouse trap. You can't
Yeah.
set a cat. A cat just does it on their own, and some of them don't even do it.
Mine
at all.
doesn't. Mine's fucking useless.
I'm looking at a
I love
culprit
him, but
now.
he's useless.
All right, so every woman in California is so sorry, but you may not drive in a house coat.
But I pay good money for this. I need to look bougie.
Well, I think housecoats are like robes.
Yeah, they're robes.
Yeah.
House coats are robes.
Yeah.
They could be fancy fancy
You know
robes,
what?
though.
Good thing that's not a thing in Ohio. I mean, I guess we haven't got to Ohio yet because I'm pretty sure I drove in a housecoat once.
Yeah, we're still in the C's. We got a few.
Yeah.
All right, now we're moving our way on to Colorado.
Also, it just now dawned on me that you meant C as in the letter because you were like, whenever you said C's, I was like, yeah, because it's like a coastal state. But I see what you mean now.
yeah, we're going down the alphabet.
Yeah.
We're doing this in alphabetical order.
Hell fucking yeah.
Okay, so Colorado. All you Coloradoans out there. Car dealers may not show cars on a Sunday.
It's the Lord's Day.
In Cripple Creek, it is illegal to bring your horse or pack mule above the ground floor of any building.
I feel like some fucker did that, and because horses are like, a couple of tons, it just fell through the fucking ceiling.
I just like the picture, like, okay, my horse are coming in the room,
Yeah.
Dude's on his couch, like, oh, I had a rough day. You know what makes this worse? I just thought about this. Dude's sitting on his couch, like, Mom, I like the picture of dude sitting on his couch, like, the world hates me. I wish a horse would fall through my roof. A horse just falls through his roof, like, come on!
All right, now we're going to for Denver, Colorado. The dog catcher must notify dogs of impounding by posting. So you gotta let all your dogs know for 3 consecutive days before you take them. A notice on a tree in the park.
So wait. I'm sorry. So is this kind of like, like those like army things where it's like Uncle Sam's like, we want you to join the army. So is it just like your local dog catcher that's like, hey there, Beethoven, I'm coming for you in 3 days. And then the next day is like, I'm coming for you in 2 days.
Okay, so for 3 consecutive days, a notice on a tree in the city park and along a public road running through said park. It is unlawful to lend your vacuum cleaner to your next door neighbor.
So it'd be like 2 houses down, though.
That's not your next door neighbor. It is illegal to mistreat rats.
Okay, I mean, I respect that.
And you may not drive a black car on Sunday.
It's the Lord's Day.
What do you do if somebody died?
You have to have we have a white hearse specifically for the people that die on Sundays.
Okay, but Denver, I just love the dog catcher one.
Yeah, I love that you're notifying the dogs.
Dog catchers actually notify the dogs?
Yeah,
for 3 consecutive days on trees and city parks, like.
I just like the picture. The dog catcher's just like doing this, like typing away furiously, just like, I'm coming for you. Insert dog name here.
Yeah.
Print.
All right, in Colorado, it's now legal to remove the furniture tags that say "Do not remove" under penalty of law.
That's amazing. I love that.
It's illegal to do that?
Yep.
Apparently.
Well, now it's legal now in Colorado, but I guess other states, if they catch you with your couch without that thing, they're coming for you. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right. So in Pueblo, it is illegal to let a dandelion grow within the city limits.
Okay.
I just like the picture. They just see a dandelion, but they're like, everybody, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga ooga. Oh, this be good. You're gonna be able to breathe?
Okay. In Sterling, cats may not run loose without having been fed.
Come on. Come on.
With a tail light.
What? It's like a car tail light on the front.
Not only is that just wow, that's a pun.
I know. But okay, so have you ever seen those like butthole covers for cats?
Yes.
I'm just imagining that's what the tail light is. It's like this little ring that you put on, and it's like this big like light that's just like on their
her over there wearing that.
Yeah, like I don't know what kind of cat that's like, especially a feral fucking cat. Like what feral cat's gonna let you catch them and put like a tail light on them?
I know. One cat, period, is gonna want you to do that.
I know.
I try to stick things on my cats all the time,
Yeah.
and they just freak the hell out.
I put a sweater on my cat for Christmas last year, and he wasn't mad, but he wasn't happy.
No.
He looked at me like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like you're glad? You're lucky I love you."
The worst part is I'm
When you're
considering doing
sleeping,
that.
I'm gonna rip your eyeballs out of your head.
Worst part is I'm considering doing that.
You should. It's
All
cute.
right, so we are moving on from Colorado to Connecticut. All right, so a local ordinance in Woodville,
At Woodville. At
Woodville, Connecticut, prohibits people from playing Scrabble while waiting for a politician to speak.
Solitaire is cool, but not Scrabble.
I just like the picture. There's just two people sitting next to each other. It's like, and this is the word. You can't use that. That's a Z. Z does not work for Z. Fuck out there. Yeah. It's like, no. And it's just like the politician's like, I'm going to speak. I want you to put that away now.
So also, a pickle is not officially a pickle unless it bounces.
So does that mean that if you go, how like some restaurants or like food vendors will have like pickles that you can buy? So does that mean that whenever they get their shipment, they have to be like, well, can I label this as a pickle? And they just have to like throw it on the floor.
Yeah, like which would really be nasty. 'Cause are they putting that back in?
I just like
Yeah.
the picture, like they have this whole thing, and they just throw the jar on the floor and nothing bounces. It's just like, those aren't pickles. Those
They
are
just
cucumbers.
put like not pickles, 50 cents.
All right, so balloons with advertising on them are illegal in Hartford, Connecticut.
All right.
That's a good law.
Bloomfield, Connecticut. It is against the law to eat in your car.
Okay.
Well, there goes my grandparents. They're not allowed there.
In Devon, Connecticut, it is unlawful to walk backwards after sunset.
Okay.
Oh, I'm then doing illegal shit most of the time.
In Guilford, only white Christmas lights are allowed for display.
That's racist. No.
That is because I like mine colored.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of white Christmas lights.
It depends on the context.
It
I-
burns
I
my
like
eyes.
white lights if it's just like in my craft room or
Yeah.
whatever, just to have those white lights. But at Christmas time, my tree is gonna have multicolored lights.
It's like my
My
eyes.
Christmas has gone crazy. It's okay.
It's too white. My eyes.
Oh, in Hartford, just to let you all know this, so hopefully you're not doing it. You are not allowed to cross a street while walking on your hands.
Okay.
Is it bad I could see that happen because someone got dared to do it? Like, dude, I bet you $50 you can't get across that street before the thing turns while walking on your hands. Like, bet.
And then like, the cops come and they arrest you, and then the fine's like way more than $50.
No, it's like that's a log I put in, and it's like everyone's like, I need to get to work. And he's like, hang on, I'm almost across.
These laws also are around 2011. Apparently, they made this, so just to
Okay.
let y'all
Yeah.
know, it's 2011. I don't know if there's a newer, updated version. I mean, I could have looked further, but I
Yeah.
just didn't feel like it.
Understandable.
I wanted to be lazy. All right, Connecticut. This last one makes me sad. You may not educate dogs.
So does that mean like you can't
Puppy
teach them
school
like?
is out.
Yeah, I was gonna say like so. Like,
Wait,
no,
then
like,
how are you supposed to teach them to not shit on the carpet?
nobody. I guess they just shit on the floor. In
They have to.
Connecticut.
They're
Yeah,
not going to be
not
potty
educated.
trained.
But I feel like maybe the Connecticut government is like, man, if we teach the dogs too much, they might
Rebel.
become the master species.
All right, now we're moving on to the D's. So we're
D's.
starting our trip through the D's in Delaware.
Delaware.
Delaware, you only got 2. Sorry.
Lucky for you.
Delaware prohibits horse racing of any kind on Good Friday and Easter Sunday.
Okay.
What?
Y'all take Easter serious.
In Delaware, it is illegal to get married on a dare. So all of you out there betting your bets and saying, I dare you to get married, you are not allowed to do that in Delaware.
Nope, you're gonna have to go to Vegas.
They do have drive-by weddings.
Yeah.
The next is District of Columbia. In Washington, D.C., it is illegal to post a notice in a public which calls another person a coward for refusing to accept a challenge in a duel. So if you guys are dueling still in District of Columbia, I give you guys props.
But if you are, just don't call the other person a coward. So does that mean so is it just cowards? So I can put like a sign that says like so and so is a little bitch for not wanting to fight me.
It just says coward
Yeah.
right here.
Just someone to the party to see on a little sign just, James, you are a bitch. Come duel me, you bastard.
You're a bitch for refusing my request. Come duel me.
All right, the
I
next
gave
one.
the
It is
duel.
unlawful for small boys to throw stones at any time, at any place in the District of Columbia.
Does that mean girls can?
It must be because it just says
Just
small
small boys.
boys. And if you're a taller boy,
Yeah.
you're not a small boy. So that must mean you're allowed to throw stones.
It's like
Yeah.
a dude gets like 6 foot. They're like, okay, sweet. Whee! It's like this, Mr. Miller.
All right, the next one and last one for District of Columbia. The U.S. government says it's a crime to give false weather reports.
Okay.
So don't be telling people it's going to rain there.
So does that mean that if a meteorologist gets it wrong, that they get jailed?
Yeah, because what happens?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they mess up.
They do.
I just like the pictures like, okay, it's supposed to rain for 2 hours. It rains for 1 hour and 59 minutes. 59 minutes exactly. It's like, get him.
We moved from the D's now, and we're heading to the F's. So we're going to Florida. So all of
Florida.
my Florida people out there, these ones are yours.
There's probably a lot.
Sarasota. It is illegal to sing in public places while attired in a swimsuit.
Wait, what?
So you can sing in public if you're wearing like,
A dress.
yeah, if you're wearing pants and a shirt.
Yeah, but just not in a
Nope.
swimsuit.
What the
Alright.
fuck
A
is that on your
special
phone?
law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sundays, or she shall risk arrest, fines, and/or jailing.
Okay, that's. So if you're married, then Sundays are like back on the table for you.
Yeah, if you're married, you're allowed to parachute on a Sunday.
Wait, what if
But
you're engaged?
unmarried, no.
What
You're
if-
not
You're not married. You're
yet.
just engaged. You gotta wait till that shit's official.
Oh god, that takes years.
Florida law forbids rats to leave the ship dock in Tampa Bay.
Okay.
A rat just steps casually
Do
outside.
you just do they go up to these rats and say, "Excuse me, sir"?
They're just like, oh, hello, and then they like put them behind handcuffs. That's it. You're coming with me. They have like a separate rat jail. It's actually how they get the rats that they do like tests on.
No, it's like there's sentries. There's like a perimeter around. There's like a perimeter around the damn docks. The second a rat steps outside, just like all he has. Beep.
I don't even know what ambling is.
Okay, and Haley, I'm probably butchering that, but wherever that is. Ambling and strolling is a misdemeanor.
Yep, it's walking at a slow, relaxed pace.
So if anybody didn't know what ambling is, that's what it means, what she just said.
Walking in a slow pace.
Yep. So in Haley.
Well, the elderly are fucked.
All right, if an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, what is it with you people want me not to tie my animals up? The parking fee has to be paid just as it would be for a vehicle.
So you can park them there. You just have to pay for it.
I just like the fact, just like, okay, wait here, Dumbo. Really, only 5 minutes? Fuck you.
I just really love the idea that somebody in Florida was like walking around with an elephant and they were like, oh man, I just really want to go stop in this store real quick. Here, I think this will work.
Yeah, like what are you doing with an elephant just wandering around? In Florida, failure to tell your neighbor his house is on fire is illegal.
I mean, that's.
Wait, I just like the picture someone has they have a fireplace in their house and they just have a fire going. Also, you just hear this. Your house is on fire! I have a fire in my fireplace. Well, there's a fire in there. I have to tell you.
Oh my god. In Florida, it's illegal to fish while driving across the bridge. So while you're going across the bridge, you just go like this with your phone.
You're just like, yeah.
I just like the.
What fish is gonna catch you?
Wait, Mom,
You're
remember.
going like fucking 60 miles.
Mom,
and then,
lures.
Yeah.
Lures. Mom, lures. Remember those one that you have to constantly moving fly fishing?
Yeah, but it has to have a chance to grab it.
I just like to picture
You're like
someone.
moving at Mach speed for these fish.
I just like to picture this as someone's like, hey, James, throw it out! Okay, I'm going 10 miles an hour. Is it working? Yeah!
All right,
I just imagine too that somebody like does catch something, but you're like in the right lane, and so then this fish is like going through like traffic, and it's like hitting everybody's fucking windshield.
It's like there's someone's window too.
Ladies and gentlemen, why it's illegal?
Yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing that made like they were okay with it up until somebody did catch one, and they were like, "No, this isn't."
I just like the picture,
It's like a 20-car pileup now.
I just like the picture that says somebody just sitting there in a car, just like this, just like, and all of a sudden they just see this. What the
Like a
fuck?
footprint on your fucking.
Yeah, just back you.
It's on your thing, just like flopping around.
Yeah, like,
Is it raining fish? Honey, get the camera.
all right, it is illegal to skateboard without a license.
So is it like driver's license, or do they give you a special skateboard license?
They better be special, because if you get a skateboard license, first you got to be good at skateboarding.
You have to take a skateboard test.
Yeah, like on one of them.
Can you parallel
skateboards.
park? Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
parallel park that skateboard?
Without reversing.
Yep.
No.
It's not the state
No,
that
yeah,
you're,
you can
your-
reverse
your
here.
State's back there.
I just like the picture as a challenge.
Women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer. As can the salon owner.
So,
Okay, so
You
women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer, and so can the salon owner.
like, how dare you let them sleep under this?
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I would have been so like arrested if I like when I was in cosmetology school because bitches be falling asleep under that. It's like I don't know. The minute you get like anything you do with people's hair, they just be like pass the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watch videos of the ASMR things because I just enjoy them.
Yeah.
And they have like the hair ones, and people will literally fall asleep while they're doing this. The one woman, her head was just like falling forward, and this woman's trying to braid it because she was doing like a lot of braids.
Yup.
And I'm like,
Yeah, because it's like relaxing for people to have their hair touched and stuff, and like the heat, like the hair dryers, like those little domes, they're kind of like they're comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you got some like white noise going on.
You got the.
Yeah, you know.
All right, the last one for Florida.
All right.
You are not allowed to break more than 3 dishes per day or chip the edges of more than 4 cups and or saucers.
I just
So
like
those rage rooms are probably not a thing in Florida.
No.
I just like to picture someone's walking with like 4 dishes back to like their cart. They trip and fall forward, like, ah, shit.
It's like a case of domestic violence, and then you're like getting into a heated thing. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I read that. I was like, okay.
Should we keep going or call it 10:42?
Oh, we're gonna do Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We gotta do Georgia. All you Georgia peaches out there.
Yeah.
All right, Aceworth, all citizens must own a rake.
We don't want your fucking leaves here.
You break them!
Another thing that makes me really upset, Georgia, this makes me sad, against the law to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or a street lamp. Why?
I love that these things are like both very tall, which I guess it would have to be because it's a giraffe. But it's still amazing.
But not a giraffe. It would have to be somebody who had like a zoo.
I would hope so.
I just like to picture someone climbing up a giraffe to tie it to there, just like, there we go, you'll be safe right here.
like a fucking fireman's pool.
All right, here's another one that makes me sad. Donkeys may not be kept in bathtubs.
So I wonder who was just going around the U.S. like fucking shit up with donkeys in bathtubs. You know? Yeah, it was like somebody just stayed at all these hotels and they just like let their donkey fucking stay in the bathtub and then they were like, no more.
It's like a crime scene. They come in just like, hang on, check this one. Oh my god, he was here too, wasn't he? He was here too, wasn't he? The donkey tubber.
That one makes me giggle. All right, in Gainesville, chicken must be eaten with the hands. So if you want to use a fork, sorry people, you can't.
Gotta step outside of Gainesville.
Yep, gotta go somewhere else.
They make some chicken get in the car, just okay, now leaving Gainesville.
All right, now it is illegal in Georgia. You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Use profanity in the presence of a court because they're gonna care.
Yep.
Oh god, is it bad? I would be that guy too to go. I just see a corpse, just come by and I'm like, motherfucker, this isn't my fucking way. All of a sudden, just god damn it. That's 3 sentences. No fuck. 4.
That's it. Now it's just a life sentence because you just keep swearing in front of the dead body.
I'm trying to swear more. These comes fucking hurt though. 5. Son of a bitch. 6. God damn it. 7.
Him.
Oh yeah.
Go without swearing.
No, it'd be like 8 counts next thing you know.
He'd be up to like 50 before.
You'd be out there at the stand. They'd be like, "All right, we got Jacob here. He's charged with 8 counts of swearing in front of a corpse."
I'm just like, listen. In my defense, Your Honor, I was having a bad day.
All right, in Whitman,
Sure.
it is illegal for a chicken to cross the road.
Okay, so I guess like, why did the chicken cross the road? They didn't in Quitman because it's illegal. He got arrested.
Well, I
before.
do know that chickens cross the road around here.
They
An awful
do.
lot.
Yeah.
Oh hell
they
yeah.
really do.
I'm always trying to avoid. I'm always like, oh my god, why is there a chicken crossing the road?
We've
Although
come
I
to
guess now this actually answers the question of that joke, and the reason why he was crossing the road was to evade the police.
Yes, there we go.
That was a cop like, hop right there.
Can't catch
Yeah,
me,
and he's just
cover.
over here like walking like
It's just like, there he
Like,
goes.
I'm already across the road. What are you gonna do?
like ah!
It's like, there he goes. It's Sir Cluckles. He's crossing the road again. You'll never take me, coppers.
Although technically, if they like cross out of Quitman from that road, then does that mean that like, oh, that's it, out of our jurisdiction? Another chicken lives to cross the road.
We have to call the other state's
I don't
police.
know. Do they tell the chickens in this place that
Yeah.
this is legal?
Well, I mean, they might because they
have to let
notify
them know.
dogs. You know.
In Jonesboro, it is illegal to say, "Oh boy,
Okay.
Well, I know someone who'd be screwed.
oh boy."
Exactly. You say that. It's like your catchphrase.
Oh no! What if we have listeners now from Jonesboro and you just said that and now they're getting arrested?
I'm so sorry, guys.
Just like, oh boy. Woo, shit. Oh no, there's a body next to me too. Fuck. Damn it. No.
In Marietta, though it is illegal to spit from a car or a bus, citizens may spit from a truck.
That's just right away for truck owners, I feel at this.
Yeah.
That look scares me.
What?
Oh. Okay.
Read it.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. We're in Hawaii next.
Should we just do Hawaii if it's fast?
Hawaii's not much. All right, so we're gonna keep going, people. I hope you don't mind. All right, in Hawaii, because now we're on H's. All residents may be fined as a result of not owning a boat. So if you don't own a boat in Hawaii, I don't know what to tell you.
Enjoy your fine, I guess. But I guess that kind of makes sense because, like, y'all on an island.
Apparently, also in Hawaii, coins are not allowed to be placed in one's
So
ears.
whenever Grandpa's like, "What's that behind your ear?" He's getting fucking arrested.
It's just like, oh, it's a coin.
Oh,
Woo! God damn it. Wait, I like to picture the fine thing like a child just gets born. Like, congratulations, it's a boy. Cop, come in. Here's your fine for not having a boat. Walk out.
In Honolulu, within the limits of any public park, it is unlawful to annoy any bird. So don't be annoying birds.
Nope.
Well, there goes half the
At any public park. You can do it in, like, private parks or, like, other places, but just not a public park.
Well, bird watchers, you heard it.
Can't annoy them. You can watch them, but you can't annoy them.
All right, anyone who wants a tattoo, okay, listen up. In Hawaii, it's illegal to get a tattoo behind your ear or on your eyelid unless it is in the presence of a registered physician.
I feel like I can kind of get down behind that one because, like, your eyelid's kind of crazy. Like, I wouldn't just want anybody to tattoo my eyelid. You know, like, I think I would want a doctor there in case they, like, accidentally, like, you know, like when I got this tattoo on my wrist, the motherfucker, like, totally used, like, he, like, did way too much force, so it was, like, fucked up. And if you did that to my eyelid, you probably, like, tattooing my fucking eyeball.
Say it. Say it.
No. Idaho is next. We are on the eyes. All right, so all you Idaho people out there,
Oh, you Idahos!
are you ready? In Boise, residents may not fish. Get this, from a giraffe's back. So who the hell was in Idaho
With a giraffe.
with a giraffe?
That's
in
already
Idaho?
It's the same guy had his giraffe tied to the telephone pole a couple states
Yeah,
back.
what is with everybody? I want to know where these animals are because that's not fair.
No, I really feel like some motherfucker was just going across, like, the U.S. doing, like, weird shit with animals. Like, you know, like...
This is the guy on the
What if it was,
giraffe.
like one of them traveling circuses.
Hippie.
This is the guy on top of his giraffe. Like, okay, wait right here, okay? Yeah.
Idaho Falls, Idaho. If you're 88 years of age or older, it's illegal for you to ride your motorcycle.
I could fuck with that.
Idaho state laws make it illegal for a man to give his sweetheart a box of candy weighing less than 50 pounds.
Oh my god, that's insane!
It's like, here's your box of chocolates. They grab it real fast, like 49.9. You're under arrest.
So could you imagine, like, that means, like, those little box chocolates that you get around Valentine's Day, like, they only come in 50 pounds? Like, you can't
Oh
get,
my
like, a...
God.
Could you imagine having to, like, pick that up and be like, okay, and then you have to go check that shit out?
You're like,
And you have to
break.
carry it out to your car, and I just imagine that you'd be walking, like, you know? Sorry for you people in chat, because you couldn't see my artist rendition of how I think these men would be walking. Just know they
Okay.
were struggling.
Riding a merry-go-round on Sundays is considered a crime.
It's the Lord's Day.
You always say that
Oh,
one.
shit, Illinois.
When it's Sunday, it's like, I mean...
All right, it's 10:50.
All right, well, do you want to hear the one that made us kind of be like, what?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, now this is in Illinois. Now, Illinois has a few of them. I can quickly get through it, but we'll try. Okay, Illinois, you ready? You got a bunch. All right, a state law in Illinois mandates that all bachelors should be called master, not mister, when addressed by their female counterpart.
Yeah.
No.
No.
What the?
Yeah.
Is this like one of those maid cafe bullshits I hear about?
I have no idea, but yeah, I don't know. That's something.
This is the next one. Look at the next one.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
scared for
no.
my
Oh,
life.
God. And this just
What?
yeah, I saw that one, and even like the how
Oh
would that
Lord,
even happen?
Illinois, you're really got some wild ones.
I like that one too.
All right, ready? According to state law.
God damn it! Finish the damn law. I'm on the other side of the room.
Okay. You can't see it
I
over
know,
there.
I know, but these Illinois,
Just to
y'all
let
are
y'all
wild.
know over there in chat land, me and Allie over here
Yeah.
together in front of the screen that has all these important Jacob over there has to just sit and wait for me to read these as we're laughing hysterically.
Yeah, because we like keep pre-reading and they're just like fucking. They're just
I'm
fucking
like,
weird.
what? All right. According to state law, it's illegal to speak English. The official recognized language is American.
So I guess when someone asks,
I don't speak no German. I speak American.
it's like English. No, I don't speak that. I only speak American. I'm fluent in American. Like that. I don't know. That's just,
Now we
like,
know why there's so many Karens that say speak American now.
they all come from fucking Illinois, apparently.
Illinois, your Karens need controlled better.
All right. In Des Plaines, wheelbarrows for sale with the for sale sign on them may not be chained to trees.
How am I going to counteract theft?
You just cement it in spot now. It's like,
Like, how am I gonna, like, someone's gonna steal my fucking wheelbarrow that's for sale and I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it?
that's
Gosh.
just you have it
I
out
feel
there.
like
The guy
criminals made that one.
the guy comes like, mine now, bitch.
And I'm just like, damn it, I wish I could have chained it to my tree.
You should have used
fence.
chained it to your cement block.
All right, in Eureka, a man with a mustache may not kiss a woman.
You gotta, like, shave
Well,
it.
me and my grandfather are never allowed there.
Well, what do you consider, like, do you consider a mustache, like, what if they have a goatee?
Yeah, you can have a beard, but if you got that mustache hair, nope. Sorry, can't kiss a woman. But you probably could you kiss a man then?
That's a
I'm
good
asking
question.
important question.
Yeah,
here.
like, honestly.
What about non-binary? Can you kiss a non-binary
like-
person? Like, that's not a woman.
What if a woman has a mustache?
Can't kiss another woman, I guess.
No.
Well, no, I know it's a man with a mustache. So maybe
Yeah,
she
so a
can.
woman can kiss another woman if she has a mustache.
Hell
I
yeah.
wonder if she has a fake mustache on if there would be a login.
Only if she makes someone laugh in a church in like Alabama or something.
Yeah. And even in
Evanston?
Evanston, bowling is forbidden. It is illegal to go trick-or-treating on Halloween. It is unlawful to change clothes in an automobile with the curtains drawn. Except in a case of a fire.
What?
So I'm sorry, but if you're caught in a fucking car fire, why are you gonna be like, oh shit, I gotta change my shirt real quick? Like, that's insane. Yeah,
Why
that's
is
crazy.
there curtains in the car?
I can see someone.
I don't know. And why is bowling forbidden? And then why can't you go trick or treating on Halloween? It's like what?
Rude.
So like what? Can you do it on Thanksgiving, like New Year's Eve? They're like, all right, kids, trick or
So
treating.
on the day of Halloween, they can't go, but
No.
they could go any other day.
Yeah,
So if it's the weekend before,
yeah.
they could go. They wouldn't be doing anything
Right.
wrong.
Hey, you know what's funny? I could already see someone like, oh, quickly, car's burning, takes off shirt to smash window, like, there! Oh, no, he had the car, it's gone. His car wasn't that bad on fire.
Well,
Arrest him.
no. See, it's changing your clothes. So you would have to take off that shirt, beat out the fire, and then put the other shirt on, and then they would get you because your car was not on fire when you changed it.
Yep, you didn't have curtains drawn.
Quickly, put the cards in front. Oh, they're on fire now. Damn it.
All right, in Homer, it is against the law to use a slingshot unless you are a law enforcement officer.
Does that mean that like instead of guns, they just are like equipped with like slingshots? They're just like,
Hey, hold right there, criminal.
thief, and they're just like, ping, ping.
Ah, you damn coppers. You
get
have
into,
your
like, a fucking-
slingshot.
You get into like a slingshot fight with the cops.
I have a question, Illinois. Who is doing this? It is illegal for anyone to give lighted cigars to dogs, cats, and other domesticated animals kept as pets. Who was doing that?
So
Mom.
is it like just limited to cigars? So does that mean that like cigarettes and blunts are cool?
Guys, do I need to remind you of that dog poker table artwork?
I guess somebody was like, I'm gonna recreate it.
yeah, about it. Too.
But that's also like, I don't know. I think I would fight somebody if I saw them in any state that
Yeah,
tried to give
like,
like a lighted cigar
yeah,
to
I'd
a
be
dog,
like,
cat,
I'm
or
gonna
other
burn you
domestic.
with that.
Yeah, like I'd be like, give me that, and then it's singeing them.
All
I'll
right.
brand them.
In Chicago, Illinois, it's also legal to take a French poodle to the opera.
Yeah, I mean,
But why? You might like it.
yeah,
She's
she's a French poodle. That's like that. She's cultured. She's
Yes,
French.
She likes
You know,
the
like-
The
opera.
French.
Yeah, like maybe if she was like a regular, like if she was an American poodle, you know?
I want to know in Kirkland who's talking to bees because bees are not allowed to fly over the village or through any kind of Kirkland streets. Who's talking to those bees?
The police officers apparently. They're just like, nope, this is Kirkland. Can't come here.
And to let you all know,
Yeah.
there's a law that forbids eating in a place that is on fire. So not only you can change your clothes in the car, but you cannot eat it.
Nope.
I just picture someone's eating a sandwich, someone just accidentally starts a small fire, like, oh shit, sandwich down, run!
But also, like, I just imagine that somebody at some point was at a restaurant and it caught on fire and they were like, I'll just keep eating. You know, I paid $14 for this.
The worst part is
now-
that would be me. I'd be
Now we're
stingy.
gonna move on to the rooster.
Okay.
All right, and
Kenilworth?
Kenilworth?
Kenilworth, maybe?
A rooster, ready? Must step back 300 feet from any residence if he wishes to crow. Hens that wish to cackle must step 200 feet back from any residence. Who in the hell is measuring this?
So do they have, like, chicken jail? Because I'm not sure that chickens know how to count to 300 feet.
I don't think so.
I'm not even sure that hens know how to count to 200 feet.
My side hurts.
All right. Normal. Illinois. It is against the law to make faces at dogs.
Oh, Mom, you gotta go to jail.
I'm always going to make quiet. Look at my real baby.
I
I
only
make
do it to
faces at
cats.
everything. I make faces at children, honestly. Like, I don't know. I like making faces. at things.
I have a perfect resting bitch face, so I don't know how this is gonna work.
Yeah. And I get
All
really
right.
excited when I see dogs. So.
You may be convicted of a Class 4 felony offense punishable by up to 3 years in the state prison for the crime of eavesdropping on your own conversation.
Like, how would you be, how? Like, you're consciously, I mean, you should be anyways, consciously thinking about the things that you're saying. So it's like, how would you be
How are
eavesdropping?
they gonna freeze that?
Literally.
Yeah, that'd be a good question.
Yeah, like, that's weird.
All right, so that was Illinois.
Okay.
Those were a bunch of weird laws.
So next week we'll be going down more of them because we're only on Indiana.
Yep.
I can't wait to get to Pennsylvania because I know about some of our weird laws.
12.
Yeah, because we still have Indiana on this one.
Yeah. I'll put in my notes that we stopped.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for stopping in and watching the stream. I've been DJacob12.
I'm Mom.
I've been Allie.
And thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, of course, is From Nothing to Everything. We'll be changing it up because I got burned out of Power World. We'll be covering Power World again next week. But more importantly, if you guys have any subreddits you want us to cover or changes you want us to implement, please do tell us. I read the comments and I tell these fools that too.
Yeah.
I'm a fool.
I'm
You
a
wanna think
fool.
about that?
You had 3 kids.
You want to think about that?
You had 3 kids.
Is
You
that your
want to
final
think-
answer?
Yeah, is that your final answer over there, buddy?
I might not be here tomorrow. I might
But
be.
yes, it would be nice for somebody to, like, for people to tell us, hey, what we'd like to change, what we don't like. It'd just be nice.
Yeah.
Like some kind of feedback. Maybe you don't like him. Maybe you like it more when he does videos.
If you want me to just do video games, I got other ideas I could slot here. One of them being literally called Backseat
Or
Gaming.
if you like this enough and you want us to add an extra day in, it's not like we couldn't do it.
Yeah, you guys can dictate how the channel changes. Just don't ask us to do stupid stuff like turn on a webcam and do weird tiki torch dances or something. It's like, no.
I mean, I guess it depends on how weird, because I could probably be pretty weird.
I am not doing a tiki torch dance.
I don't really know what that is, but I'll make up one. As long as I can wear a costume, though. It's
My
gonna be a
fat
weird
ass
costume.
ain't dancing, don't ask me to.
My
Well,
ass
they
can't
asked for all 3 of us to
but I'm
dance,
a fan of
Mom.
making
Monkey
a fool of
see.
myself, so.
Huh.
Mom, remember, if they asked all 3 of us to dance, it's remember peanuts. We gotta dance with the peanuts.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, they can't make me.
Anyway, thank y'all so much. I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, good night, everybody.
Bye.